Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
To curl a little. This looks really good, Todd. Looks really good. Will it roll? And
What
Todd
a
is
shot.
with the shot! Oh, he just ticks it. He just ticks it. Will it curl? Will it curl?
Oh, big miss there, big. A little tight.
Oh, yes it is. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Sydney, Nova Scotia. We are back at the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel here at the Sydney Curling Club. Todd Mercer, how you doing tonight?
Todd Mercer's not here tonight. It is Don Mahogany filling in.
Pardon me, Don, you look very similar to a man that I know named Todd Mercer. I, of course, am Sebastian Lafort tonight, and that's usually who I commentate with. And, we are excited here to have a great game going out tonight. Who's playing again?
We are thrilled to be here tonight. We've got a massive matchup here on the Island Folk Cider House curling sheet at the Sydney Curling Club. Your feature game is Chris Granchelli, who's sitting at 1-1, going up against the currently undefeated Kevin Gouthro. But there's an interesting wrinkle in this game, Sebastian.
What's that, Don?
The winner of this game will finish first in their pool.
Wow.
And the loser of this game will be in third place in the pool.
No way.
And will get sent down to the consolation brackets. So
you're telling me this game has a lot riding on it tonight, is it?
there's a lot of spicy nacho cheese riding on this game tonight.
Yeah.
And we've got three other wonderful games as well. We've got Team McCuspic versus Team Rayfuse. We've got Team Pugsley versus Team Keogh. And we have Team Drover versus Team Williams. So we'll be checking in and updating you on all of those games as the night goes on.
Yeah, and why don't we look at Pool C? So this is Pool D action we have on sheet number 2, but Pool C is also playing, and you can see that Team Drover playing 2-0, so looks like they have a good shot at playoffs. Team McCuspic 1-1, Team Rayfuse 1-1, and Team Williams sadly at 0-2. Team Williams playing Team Drover, and McCuspic and Rayfuse playing for that second spot tonight. So we'll keep updating you on those games as well. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting night, Don. I'm pretty hyped for this draw.
Yeah, the practice slides are in, and these two teams are ready to face off in this deciding game here. And keep in mind, the quarterfinals are happening tonight at 8 p.m. So whoever wins this game is going to be going right back out again, but they'll also earn a sleep in tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So this is real important.
Yeah, and that sleep in, some say, is probably the most important for this entire tournament, because you don't want to play 3 games in a row.
Exactly. Well, you know, if you play 3 games in a row in one day, Sebastian, you're going to be feeling a lot of pain. And so, you know, after you play 3 games in a row and you're feeling a lot of pain, you should head down to the medicine shop and get your aspirin and get your Tylenol because they're the sponsor for end number 1 of this game. Thanks to the Medicine Shop. And so for all the curlers that are playing 3 games today and playing in the quarterfinals tonight, you're gonna wanna make your way down there and get the goods.
Yeah, so let's go back to our game here. We see that Team Granchelli's starting off with hammer tonight. Team Granchelli in the first end. Granchelli composed of Chris Granchelli at skip, John Penny as mate, Todd McCauley at second, and Kenny Thomas, who we just saw throw lead. And fun fact about this team, Todd, is they are not a team that plays together often. As we watch that shot, oh, there we go. There's the camera back. But yeah, they're not a team that plays together often. Chris Granchelli's actually living in Halifax, originally from here, and this is a team from the past, a blast from the past. Chris Granchelli, John Penny, Tom McCauley, Kenny Thomas, they all played together when they were juniors, friends for life and curlers for life, and they always make sure to have at least one spiel together a year, and usually it's this spiel, so we're glad to have them for this Mercer Fuels Cashspiel.
Absolutely. A lot of friendships made at the curling over the years, and nice to see those guys coming back every year. So, yeah, Team Granchelli has been introduced, and Team Gouthro curls out of the Schooner Curling Club in Sydney, Nova Scotia. It features lead Douglas Fewer, second Robbie Biron, and mate Walter Nichols, along with skip Kevin Gouthro. And, Kevin Gouthro has had some success in the past curling with Kurt Roach and attending a national curling club championships event. And this is his team for the past few years with a new player at lead, Douglas Fewer, but Kevin, Walter, and Robbie have been playing together for a little while now.
Yeah, so we'll see how this new lead gels on their team, but they're looking to start off strong. They're looking to split the house without hammer, trying to get a force underway potentially for Chris. Force, of course, being when you force the other team with hammer to only score 1, or you steal, which is always a benefit as well. But
yeah,
looking to split the house, spread those rocks out.
So Team Gouthro here trying to split the house, and I'm trying to eat some nachos.
Yeah, how are they, Todd? I mean, Don? They sound amazing. I can only imagine if they taste even better.
Wow.
And if
Good
you
stuff.
want nachos, come. Are they allowed? Actually, I don't know if you can eat them if you're not a curler.
Why not?
If you want them, ask somebody here. But why don't you come down to the Sydney Curling Club? There's how many people do we have right now?
Come down and get some nachos. There's enough nachos for 400 people.
And
so
yeah, we're pretty close to that capacity. So come down quick. So we have Tom McCauley throwing a out-turn hit, trying to get this stone again. They missed it on their last shot, and looks like this one's over curling. Are they going to miss it again? And Kenny Thomas holding it on that sweep. Do they get any of it? They do, but not enough to get it out. That was a really good sweep, really good effort, and that red stone still there. And you can just imagine they're cursing that stone under their breaths.
So Chris Granchelli has the hammer here, and Kevin Gouthro is sitting too, but both of those rocks are behind the tee line. So this end's not over yet for Granchelli. Let's see if Team Gouthro can put one in and put one in front of the tee line.
Yeah, and more importantly, this is a open end for Team Granchelli. And we know that Chris can make most shots even if there are guards. When there's no guards in the way, Chris is almost definitely going to be able to make whatever shot he needs to at least get one with hammer at the end of this end. But I guess I spoke too soon because look what we have. What do we have? A guard. So we'll see what Chris tries here. Is this a draw behind this guard?
Yeah, so Robbie just came up a little light there. Robbie Ray, as they call him. And now we've got Todd McCauley trying to sneak one in behind.
Yeah, Don, we'll see this.
We'll see here if in Todd we trust.
Oh, it looks like this might be a little light, just like that other one, is it? Yeah.
Yep, little light there from ZZ Todd. So we'll see Team Gouthro try to sneak another one in there behind the stagger.
Yeah. And sneak one in and put a lot of pressure on this Team Granchelli in this first end. And I guess it's just opposite day for me. I said, look, not many guards, and all of a sudden we have 2 guards, and it's looking pretty messy for Team Granchelli. And we watch Walter Nichols come out to throw his first rock of this end, right? Yeah, this first rock. It's mate stones. So yeah, this will be an interesting shot. If he can get it to this top tee buried, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Team Granchelli, and might see them open it up on the next shot if he makes this nice. And see if they got the weight down. They're not touching it, so it's definitely not light. Curling in a little. They're getting close. This looks good, Todd. The weight's nice. This is going to be a really nice rock. Oh, here it goes. Needs to stop, though. Needs to stop for the tee line, and honestly, that's pretty good. That overburied a bit. It's a little behind the tee line, but I don't think that really matters in this case. It's close enough. And
it doesn't matter. Walter didn't falter on that one. He dropped that one in right behind the stagger and right split in the tee line. So putting the pressure on Team Granchelli, who need to win this game.
Yeah, let's see if John Penny drops a dime here and puts a rock right on the other rock.
Yep, they got rid of the penny in Canada, and they're thinking about getting rid of the penny in America, but you'll never get rid of John Penny from the Sydney Curling Club.
Absolutely not, and that's just a little heavy. Do they stay? They stay for second shots, so even though that's not the result they wanted, I bet Chris and John are breathing a sigh of relief. It's not looking as horrible as it could have been with 3 reds in there, one of which is a very good red. So they don't have a ton to shoot against now, and I don't think this is a hit. It seemed like he indicated a draw, right?
Yeah, it looks like they want to get another one in front of the tee line here for Team Gouthro, and Chris Granchelli is going to have a pretty tight scoring area if Team Gouthro can get another one in here.
Yeah, and the weight looks good. They're sweeping it a lot more, so he probably threw a little less, but this is, wow.
Walter came to play today.
Yeah, Walter walked into the ice shed. He took his crutch, he took his broom, he took everything, dropped it over his head and said, I'm here and I'm going to make a statement early. And John Penny's forced to peel now because what else can you do? Those are 2 perfect draws.
Yeah, it must be month end because Walter's sending out statements, and he's sinking shots already early in the game. So Chris has to clear the rocks out in front here, which he does very nicely.
Yeah,
great throw there from John Penny to open things up slightly.
Yeah, I believe from not the overhead view, from the other view, it looks like the red is fully exposed. If not fully, pretty much like I'd say like 7/8, so almost all of it, and it would curl enough to get in it. So great shot by John. Leave your skip a shot, and if Chris, can make a double on his next shot, they'd be sitting 2. But you know who has something to say about that? Mr. Kevin Gouthro sliding down the ice now, and we'll see what he can do. Can he throw as well as Walter can throw? That's the question.
Well, as we mentioned, Kevin is an experienced player. He's played in Cashspiels and tournaments all over the country. So along with, we've got 2 really good skips here tonight with Kevin, who's played all over the province, all over the country, and Chris Granchelli, who's curled all over the world.
Yeah, Chris is a world champion, actually. Chris won the 2024 World Seniors Men's with Paul Fleming skipping. He was, I believe, lead on that team. And, they won the World Seniors. A great accomplishment, amazing accomplishment. And it's also represented Nova Scotia multiple times at the Canadian Seniors, once winning the year they won the World. So both these skips are very, very experienced. And we'll see if that correlates to this game, if they can bring that experience to our game here tonight.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. If you've haven't curled at the Sydney Curling Club, you haven't curled on the world stage.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that this is probably the biggest curling tournament in the world going on this weekend. Is the the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel here in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
That's right. Producer Tim, how many people are watching right now? It's got to be in the thousands.
25,000? Is that what you're saying? 25,000 people are watching online. So yeah, you were right. It very much is in the thousands.
Now the sheriff Matt Dunstone was watching last night. He was watching the sheriff Stephen Leslie, who was trying to come for his title, and you know Stephen did a great job last night. So you know who knows who's watching today.
Yeah, and speaking of Matt Dunstone, the sheriff, he actually ordered me and me and my other co-host last night, Todd Mercer. He ordered us a pizza last night to 619 George Street here in Sydney. So if any viewers out there want to order a pizza to myself and Dawn tonight, then feel free because we will eat it. 619 George Street, 619 George Street, and. If you're hesitating,
What's the postal code?
if you're hesitating on doing it, just think, the sheriff Matt Dunstone did it.
That's right. That's right. So Chris Granchelli here with his first, and big pressure shot, throwing the draw against two rocks in the 4-foot. This is basically a practice draw to the button for Chris here.
Yeah, he's going to have this on his next one no matter what, probably.
Exactly, and this one's looking a little heavy.
Yeah, will they be able to catch on their back one? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we heard an from Chris. Let's hear what Chris has to say about that one.
Very insightful. Thank you, Chris, for that reaction.
Yeah, just heavy.
Oh.
85 would have been good, I think.
85, so that's the
would've been
time that they're timing. Probably backline to hog, if I was to guess, for that time. But different teams have different ways of timing.
And the good news, as he said, is he's only sitting two. So, you know, let's see if what Kevin decides to do here. Is Kevin trying to sit three and put a lot of pressure on here, Sebastian, or is he trying to guard to try to take that draw away from Granchelli?
Yeah, he's throwing a bit more ice, so I believe he might be just trying to guard that draw path. He's sitting two without hammer. It's first end. Like, I don't think he wants to give Chris a very easy shot now for one when this end has gone so well for this team.
Yeah, so you don't need to get too cute here. You don't need to sit three. Team Gouthro would be thrilled with a steal of two in the first end. So really, you just want to try to take away this draw path if at all possible. And Kevin's done a pretty good job, but
does it curl a little too much at the end? I
yeah,
wonder?
this guard overcurled a little bit, but it excuse me, I'm choking on nachos. It is gonna make Chris look at a slightly different and wider draw path than what he just threw.
Yes, and is he trying the same one, or is he maybe going the other way? Is that what he's indicating right now? Looks like they might try to maybe draw the other way. Let's listen in.
Sebastian, is there a triple here?
This is the right call.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know what to throw here, but it's the right call.
I'd say throw what you just threw at least.
Yeah, I agree. We were
way out there.
We were like here for that.
I know Sebastian Lafort would be throwing the triple here,
Yeah,
but
it changes, right?
Yeah, well, that guy's insane.
that guy is crazy.
No relation, by the way. No relation to myself, even though we share the same first and last name. So it looks like they are trying this draw on the same side. This is a very fresh path, so as we heard Chris say, doesn't really know what he's going to throw it here, but he's going to try to guess correctly, I guess.
And I don't know if it overcurls the other way either. So once we get by here, it'll always be Todd. I'm going to give you about the same, I think.
Yeah, so he's talking about the sweeper there. So once they get by that guard, they want Todd to get on it. Todd McCauley sweeping on the side to make it curl more. So they want him to get on it to curl it behind that guard. Chris Granchelli, last rock and number one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying it's a little heavy.
Yeah, and it looks heavy out here. Not curling either. They're not close to it at all. And this one looks like it's sailing through, Don.
Yeah, a good try there from Chris, and, you know, a really nice guard there from Kevin to force Chris at looking at a different draw path. And, you know, Chris had the practice rock, but once Kevin put the guard up, that all the data that he learned on that practice rock is gone out the window.
Yeah, and if you're Team Granchelli, you can't really say anything that bad because it really came down to Walter Nichols making 2 perfect shots, and then Kevin Gouthro followed down with another 2 perfect shots. So
You never say that shots are perfect.
well, I guess I don't, but you know, in this one time, I'll say that these 4 rocks are perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 perfect rocks in the first end from Team Gouthro, and that results in a steal of 2. So an early 2-0 lead here for Team Gouthro, who are also 2-0 and looking to go through the round robin undefeated.
Yeah, a little reminder that the winner of this game is into the playoff bracket. The loser of this game goes to the consolation bracket. So a lot on the line here. Pressure is mounting at the Sydney Curling Club, and we love it. So they're trying to guard here, I think, or is this trying to get in? Looks like it's in by Kevin's broom indication, but it looks like it might be a bit light. It is, and they leave a little corner guard for Team Granchelli, and they are immediately going to try to come behind that guard. Now, when you have hammer, you try to keep that center open because, as we saw last end, the center isn't open. You have some pretty crazy shots for your skip. So you try to put up these corners, but in this case, they don't even need to put up a corner because Team Gouthro was very generous and gave the corner guard right back to them.
Now, Sebastian, while we're looking at this camera view, how about that new jacket from Chris Granchelli? This is looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that actually because I'm looking at it and I can't say anything else, but I'm jealous. It's so striking. The green, green's my favorite color actually.
All I can say is wow.
The spider, it looks like a Ferrari.
Wow. He was wearing that old Clearwater sponsored jacket forever.
Yeah.
And you know what, Chris? If you're listening to this later, it was about time. About time for a new jacket.
But boy, oh boy, it was worth the wait.
Absolutely.
There's just something about those Dynasty jackets, honestly. They make them very well. We are not sponsored by Dynasty, but we are sponsored by McIntyre Chev. End number 2, sponsored by McIntyre Chev here. We are proud to have them as a gold sponsor for this event. And they sell Chevs, they sell Buicks, they sell GMC vehicles, and they're also a sponsor of our Wednesday Night Mix League. So they are proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. We're proud to have them sponsoring this stream. So thank you, McIntyre Chev, for sponsoring end number 2.
Now, I'm sure out of the 20,000 people that are watching at home, someone from Dynasty must be watching. So if you do want to sponsor Team Lafort, 2 of their members are here listening right now. And, we'll gladly wear your patch in the quarterfinals and for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, or alternatively, if you want to order us a pizza, we'll take that as well.
Yeah.
Either or.
Even the cheapest pizza in town, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Sometimes they say cheaper's better. So that's a pretty nice tap. I don't know if that's exactly what they wanted, but it makes the angles pretty tough for Team Gouthro now. Because if you try to hit that blue out, there's a good chance you jam it on your red, and then you lose the red, and blue is still sitting 2 with hammer. So this end starts off really well for Team Granchelli.
All right, so Team Gouthro second, Robbie Biron is about to come down the ice. And if you want to get your beer on, come down to the curling club tonight. We've got lots of beer. We got Breton Brewing products. We've got Island Folk Cider House products. We've got Budweiser and Molson products. So if you want to get your beer on with Robbie Biron, then this is the place to be.
Yeah, and Speaking of a good shots, looks like this is a beauty coming in here. Is this to get shots? It doesn't get shot. It gets second shot. But I guess it's not fully buried here. The overhead makes it look a little more buried than it actually is. But I don't think they're hitting it. They're just trying to freeze down to it, maybe tap it back a little. And, oh, my
Wow.
goodness. Look at this. We have pizza delivered to us.
Did Matt
Thank you.
Dunstone send us pizzas again?
Thank you, Dynasty Curling, for sending us pizzas. Thank you so much.
Wow.
We have, I can't believe this, but eyes on the prize, and the prize is this curling game. Look at this shot coming down now. John Penny sweeping it. Does it get by? It doesn't, but it opens that red up nice, and they roll, and they are definitely, I think, third shots. So that's a nice shot, nice miss, and that's sometimes the key of it, isn't it, Don? You want to miss the right way, because if you miss and flash, then what's even the point? You just threw your rock away.
That's right. Sometimes that's the beautiful thing about curling. Sometimes misses can be good, and sometimes misses can be bad, and that you're going to see a lot of that in the rest of this game tonight. Keep in mind, this is an 8-end curling game, and we're only halfway through the second end, so like I said, there's going to be a lot more good misses, a lot more bad misses, and a lot more amazing shots tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of good shots, another great shot by Robbie. Wow.
Speaking of good misses, were they trying that?
I don't know, but we're going to say they were. Like, look at that again. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a shot. And all of a sudden.
And the crowd is going wild.
Oh, wow. This is crazy here. The building is absolutely shaking. And
unbelievable.
I'm getting a report on my phone. We had a 4.8 magnitude earthquake from that cheering there at the Sydney Curling Club. It's crazy. And Tom McCauley hits at the rock. He does stick around, so those are two very lonely Reds now, but there are kind of some buried Reds, but if they can ever get them out, Blue might be sitting 5 at this end. So Team Gouthro needs to be careful here.
That's right. That's right. Team Gouthro needs to be careful, and we've reached the third stones, and we've got the battle of the coins here, Sebastian. We've got the nickels going against the pennies. So let's see which coin can reign supreme here in the next 4 shots.
Yeah, well, we know who won last end. Walter Nichols had 2 of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen in my life last end. But this end, is this heavy? The sweepers are not near it right now. Walter's looking a little disappointed. Maybe is the ice speeding up because this looks like it's going fast. And Chris Granchelli on the sweep. We know he can sweep fast, but just needs to clean this one out. Goes through. And all of a sudden, all of those biters might come into play.
Wow, a big opportunity here for John Penny to show that the penny should stay and that the penny is better than the nickel.
Yeah, and speaking of 1 cent, actually I didn't really know what I was going with that, but we'll just say that was a good joke in my head.
Well, speaking of one cents is Chris Granchelli's curling skipping abilities. He's got a great sense for the game, and he sees this shot here where John Penny can make the run back and potentially sit 4, maybe 5 here, Sebastian. And this one's looking pretty good. Oh, boy. Just a little bit of an overcurl there. However, John has left himself a short run back on the next shot to probably be shot stone unless Kevin gets another one in here onto the button, and it doesn't look like that's the call. So Kevin's going to hit the open rock here, and we'll see what kind of magic John is bringing in the next shot.
Yeah, sweepers aren't near this one at all. And, oh, wow. That is, I won't say a flash because he did hit it, but not enough. And you were right, John Penny has the exact same shot. If he makes this, Blue will be lying 4 with hammer with only 2 rocks left on Team Gouthro. This
Yeah.
end has been back and forth. This is like a teeter-totter, but like one that like goes really far in both directions. It's like crazy.
Yeah, Walter had 2 perfect shots and made a statement in the first end, and he just didn't quite have the sauce on in this end. So there's a lot of game left, and we know that he can bring it back.
Yeah.
But let's see what John Penny can do here to cement his victory in the Battle of the Coins this end.
Kenny hard.
Yeah, Kenny on to make a curl. Will it curl enough? Will it curl enough? I don't think so.
No.
And it rolls. Will it stick around? No, it doesn't. But it does open that red up. So Kevin Gouthro's going to need to make a choice now. Does he hit? I think he does. But he could guard if he wanted to try to steal. But he's up 2. He doesn't really need to steal. If he knows this is a tough double for them, isn't it?
Absolutely. But we've seen tough doubles made here all weekend, Sebastian. So never say never. Devin, what's the score over there? Kenny.
Kevin Gouthro getting ready to throw. Sliding out nice. We saw it come straight here, and looks like this one's staying straight too. Now, if he hits enough of it, he might get the double, but he needs to hit enough. The sweepers aren't near it at all. Does he get any double? He hits it, but he rolls out, and looks like Chris Granchelli is going to have a shot to live 3 here with hammer, with 1 rock left for Gouthro.
Wow, a little sweep there may have made that rock a little thinner, Sebastian, and they may have gotten the double out of that one.
That's true, yeah. They were just probably caught between both. Wow, there's some interesting action happening behind here. One of the 463 people behind us right now is behaving quite rambunctiously. I should say 2 of them. But we're just gonna look at the game and try not to be distracted.
we're gonna keep our eyes on the prize here, Sebastian.
Yeah.
And we're professionals. We don't get distracted.
No.
So Chris Granchelli, world champion curler Chris Granchelli, is coming down the ice, and he's throwing a real nice control weight here, Sebastian, because he saw John Penny's rocks go real straight down this path, and Chris learned his lesson. He really dialed back on the weight there and threw a nice rock, but he doesn't get the roll.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we have an update now, Todd. We are going to sheet number 2, I guess. Sheet number 2. So this is the sheet we're watching right now. As you can see, it's the same game. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're getting the right game now. So we have Team Pugsley drawing for 2. It looks like maybe 3. There's a biter on the right edge. They're currently losing 1-0 to Team Keo, and it looks like this draw is good. So that's at least 2 for Team Pugsley. We'll see if it's 3. See when they put up the score, and we'll let you know. It is 3. I don't know if they're going to measure or not. They're taking a look at it right now. And
while they're looking at that, I'm going to look at these nachos in front of me, Sebastian.
yeah, you do that. They look fantastic, actually. And it looks like they're measuring. So we'll come back to you for the measure. We'll come back to you for the measure as we watch Kevin Gouthro now trying to hit this rock. He was trying to roll in, but doesn't curl enough. And looks like Chris Granchelli's going to have an open hit for 3 in this second end. And Chris must be happy about that, because after, like, this end, every end has gone absolutely crazy, where it looks like one team's going to score 4, it looks like the other team's going to score 4, and then all of a sudden another team scores 4.
Yeah, but in the first 2 ends, it's really been the battle of the coins at Mate Rocks, nickels versus pennies, to decide how the end ultimately turns out. And last end, it was nickels reigning supreme and earning 2 points for Team Gouthro. And this end, it was Penny, and it's looking like they're going to put a 3 on the board here.
Yeah. We'll see if Chris can throw that same weight, that nice, easy, controlled weight, which he throws so well. Coming out now, last rock, and number 2. And oh dear, this looks like it might be floating out of his hand. Again, Kenny on it to sweep to make a curl. Will it come enough? I'm not sure if he gets it.
Oh my
John Penny
goodness.
trying to sweep it out. John Penny on the sweep. Shoulders in. Does it go far enough? And they score 1 for sure. I don't know if it's 2, though. I don't know if it's 2. Let's see. Will we have another measure? As the measuring stick has broken on sheet 3. The measuring stick has broken. This is insanity. Oh, my goodness. So then we might not even be able to measure here, because what's happening? This is carnage. It looks like somebody might have thrown the measuring stick at the wall after the last game. Did you hear about that? Because I didn't, but I heard about it now. And okay, it's I repeat, it is the measuring stick is fixed, and it looks like they're not measuring on this sheet.
Must have been heavy, eh?
So I don't know what
have to
happened,
throw
but
much, like we
that was
could've-
exciting. Now none of you could see what I was seeing,
That's the way to
but
play it. Yeah.
that was a thrill.
Is that 1 or 2?
Just 1. John Penny has indicated it's just 1, so we're 2-1 for Team Gouthro after 2 ends.
Wow,
And
what a swing there, Sebastian. We were thinking that Team Granchelli was going to put a 3 on the board and take the lead, and they didn't. They only got 1, and they are going to be trailing going into the 3rd end.
Yeah, but honestly, after seeing a lot of rocks fall there and not even take some out, I'm sure Chris is happy that at least he got a point, because that would have been really disappointing if it just kept falling there. Just a really tricky spot. And we know that he's going to log that into his memory and be good to not take that much ice in other ends for this. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Don was gesturing wildly at me, and I understood what he was saying. He was saying, "I need more nachos," and as he's chowing down on them, they're good, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Come down to the Sydney Curling Club to get some nachos. So first rocks here from Kenny Thomas. No relation to Thomas the Tank Engine, but he's been a tank here tonight, throwing those lead rocks and putting them up on the center line. It's
Didn't have a. I threw it pretty good. It should have been fine. Like I was erroring on the half a rock on the other side.
And lead for Team Gouthro here, Douglas Fewer trying the come around. Great shot there from Douglas Fewer. And this is Douglas's first time ever curling in the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel. So welcome, Douglas, to the club. And real nice shot there from him.
Kenny Thomas now coming out to try a freeze, I believe, or maybe a small tap on this red. But it's looking a little out of his hand. Let's see if it comes back. Sweepers aren't near it right now, so they're not really worried. Weight should be close.
Yep. Hard, guys. Come on.
It's curling a lot.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Be a little
Okay, that's
light,
good.
and
That's good.
that's a
That's
guard. So yeah, that's fine. Chris is happy with it. They down 1 without hammer now, and he wants to get those points back that they left on the table last end. And
Yeah, Chris will be going hard for the steal here,
yeah.
Sebastian.
yeah,
Call the Hamburglar, because Chris will be going for the steal this end, and but Team Gouthro is going to be trying their best to put some rocks in the house and get some. Chris needs to put up those center guards to try to get the steal, but if Team Gouthro gets them in there first, then Team Granchelli could be in a lot of trouble.
yeah. But it looks like this one's curling quite a bit. It's going to tap up the blue, but it does roll to guard their really good button shot. So Chris is going to have a chance to come in here and freeze again. We saw curl so much. It's definitely possible, but it's a much more difficult shot now for. Now it is Todd McCauley throwing. So we'll
Yep.
see if Todd can get
Jolly,
the weight down.
Jolly Todd McCauley coming down here, and we're we're gonna see if he can weld one on to that one that's on the button. But this one's looking a little short, so he's not gonna be feeling jolly after that one.
No, no. Yeah, it looks like that's light, and it guards the guard, and all of a sudden we are left with numerous guards here in this end. So
out on the ice, it's getting messier than my plate of nachos that's in front of me here. So we've got lots of guards, we've got lots of rocks in play, and if you like action, this is the place to be.
yeah, and now I'm looking at it though. It looks like Chris Granchelli is going to have a tap on the other side though, so he's probably saving that a little later if it gets junky like this. But we'll see if Robbie can put a nice one in. But they're on it right away. It might be light out of his hand.
Yeah, he's a little outside here, Sebastian, and probably getting out there into the sticky stuff. But it's actually floating pretty good now that I'm looking at this above camera view.
Yeah, but will it curl? Kevin's sweeping to make it curl. Kevin's a great sweeper. And that's honestly not that bad of a spot. There's no, you can double it, but you're of course rolling out if you do. But it looks like Chris is going to hit it at his second shot, and probably try to put it in a spot that makes the hit on his own afterwards really tough because they don't want to jam. And Todd McCauley sliding out.
Todd with a chance for redemption here.
John Penny on the sweep, putting all of his effort into this, and it's curling. It's curling. It rolls over. How far does it roll? Does it stay in? It does.
Oh, my Todd. Good shot there from Todd McCauley to get rid of that rock and stay in the house.
Yeah, we have numerous Todds here at the Sydney Curling Club, Don. I don't know if you know that. And Tom McCauley, I rank him the best out of the best for Todds.
He's definitely on the Todd tier list. He's way up there.
Yeah, and speaking of Todds, let me give you some score updates now.
Sure thing.
So we have on sheet number 1, McCuspic versus Rayfuse. It is currently 3-1 for Rayfuse. 3-1. On sheet 3, we saw that Pugsley got 3, so that measure was 3 for Pugsley. He's leading 3-1 over Kenny Keogh. And finally on sheet 4, we have Thomas Drover leading 2-0 over Williams. Drover 2, Williams 0 on sheet 4. We'll keep updating you as this draw goes on for those sheets.
All right, so once again, we've reached the Battle of the Coins, Penny versus Nichols, and we will see what Chris decides here.
I think if we can make this, that's ideal.
Yeah.
You got to throw it like hack.
Okay.
Give it a hook.
So John Penny here, trying to throw hack weight and maybe get a little roll towards the center, if possible, Sebastian.
Yes, I believe. I'm sorry, I mean pizza right now. But yes, I believe you're correct about that. John Penny throwing it really nice out of his hand, but they're on it early. Don't want to lose this.
Yep. Whoa.
Atta boy. Nice shot, Johnny.
Wow.
Well done.
A really tasty shot there from John Penny. And speaking of tasty, N3 is sponsored by the Whale House, which is a bistro offering delicious food from multiple cultures every day in the week. They've got a mini market from 11 to 2 on weekends, so pop in there tomorrow from 11 to 2. And they've got coffee every day from 8 to 2. So we've got tasty shots at the Sydney Curling Club and tasty eats down at the Whale House. Thanks for sponsoring, team.
And as we know, whales go ooh, and I'm sure the crowd is wanting to go ooh after this shot that Walter's going to make. Let's see if he makes his hack weight hit. Looking good out of his hand. Sweepers aren't on it, though. Is it maybe a little heavy? They're sweeping now to make it curl. They can't tick this back in their own one. But it's coming in nice. It's curling nicely. Can they get any roll out of this? They don't, but it's a nice shot. Nice shot by Walter. Good throw. And I don't know if you could hear that, but I heard the sounds of a whale behind me as the Whale House sponsored end said, ooh, at that shot.
Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. But don't fear. John Penny is here, and there might be a double in play here, Sebastian.
Yeah, we'll see if John can throw pretty much the same hit, maybe a little more weight.
Let's listen into the call.
John Penny says a little more.
Todd, yeah.
Oh, it's curling, Todd. It's curling.
Okay, roll it off.
Roll it off, he says. It ticks the guard. Oh,
Okay,
dear.
watch it.
And does it stick around?
Okay.
It does. It does.
Good
So
sweep, Todd. Nice
Well,
try,
if you
buddy.
want a penny for my thoughts, that one was a little light, John. So next time we're going to have to bring up the heat. Oh, my God.
oh, my goodness. There's pizza.
more pizza here.
Wow, this is thank you to Mike McEwen listening in from Manitoba.
Wow.
Mike McEwen sending this pizza to
Magic
us.
Mike McEwen.
Yeah, wow.
He's wow. I mean, he's at the Manitoba Provincial Championships this weekend probably, but he's tuned in to the Sydney Curling Club live stream.
I heard he almost lost a game because he was too busy listening to us. And that's a great guard by Walter Nichols. Walter really likes throwing these beauty draws and guards. And, oh my goodness, that's a large pizza. Sorry, yeah, woo for pizza.
Or make the slide, and then
Yeah,
he-
wow.
he loops
And why don't we
in
just
here,
listen in
and then
to
we've got
John
the
and
rock.
Chris while I try to regain my thoughts here.
Let's do this.
What do you need?
If I
You
can,
need-
I don't know if I can
Well,
see.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. You're gonna only see what you need. You need here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I can see.
Yeah, that's tight. Unless it goes
All right.
up, but
It's just we play it's all or nothing with this though, right? I mean, we're gonna play a tap to try to tap it back. We have to leave our shooter here somehow, so we can't throw a lot of weight.
you're gonna be pretty buried though. If you, right? There's no way to draw in and push it out. Yeah, like we just looked at that, there's not much there.
Let's play the tap, I guess.
Whatever you're more comfortable with though.
Oh, I'm fine with them both, man. I really am. Like, maybe like just bump it a little bit back.
Yeah, bump it to here.
Yeah.
Bump it 6 inches.
It's just important that we hit it.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. So
Okay.
you need to hit it right here, right?
Yeah. We're gonna throw like back 8-ish.
Oh, a little more. Hack.
Not much more.
Okay.
Back 8, back 12.
All right.
Uh,
I don't want to lose the shooter or lose the rock either.
Yeah, so great discussion there by John and Chris talking about that tap. Just wanted to go through all the options there. This is a really important shot. It's important because, remember, Chris still has 2 rocks left to throw in this end. So if he does this shot, which is a very good shot if he makes it, if he does this and misses it now, then what does he have on his next shot? So he's thinking about that, and that's kind of one of the risk factors that they were discussing. But as we heard, Chris is confident in both shots. He'll make whatever he needs to make, and I'm sure he will too. He's a fantastic
All right.
thrower.
Watch this, that it doesn't die.
So we're looking for back 8 weight here from Chris Granchelli, and he wants to make contact with that red rock that's sitting on the pin right now.
Yeah, you need to keep this blue around that he's going to be tapping. It looks like it's curling a lot out of his hand. Really curling. But
Yeah, stay down.
close. Staying down, he says.
Oh, boy.
Can he at least get second shot out of this, or is it too much weight?
Wow.
Too much weight. over curled a bit.
A big miss from Granchelli there, and unfortunately, that red rock on the button is more protected than Donald Trump on the campaign trail.
Oh, we have the whales coming back. They're cheering us on. So, looks like Kevin's going to try to draw here. He's sitting 2 with hammer, and it's looking like a tough shot for Chris no matter what he tries on his next shot. So, Kevin's just going to try to bury one in and not give him an easy out. And looks like we have a sheet update now coming for sheet number 2 again. So once again, we're updating our own sheet. So, okay, sheet number 3. Here we are, here. Sheet number 3, a reminder, Pugsley is beaten Kehoe 3-1. Pugsley is 1-1 in this tournament, and Kehoe's 0-2. Yes, there we go.
What's Kehoe doing here, Sebastian? Is he going for the double to score 2?
Yeah, so it looks like Kenny Kehoe is red. So yeah, there might be a double here for 2 if he drives that blue a little off nose back to the other blue and scores 2, ties it up, and we could have a game on our hands on sheet number 3. So he's getting in the hack now. We'll try to do a little play-by-play for you as the rock comes down because the camera's a little smaller for these updates. But Kenny Kehoe walking out with the stick, eyes on the prize, laser focused. Let's go with the rock. Wide, people are saying to me, but I think it's good. I have faith in the stick. But sweepers aren't sweeping it yet, so maybe I'm wrong. And Kenny Kehoe's telling the rock to curl. He's telling it. He's telling it. He's close. He's close to it. Doesn't get it. No, he rolls out 2. He gives up a steal of 1. Oh, dear. Kenny Kehoe. Nice try. Nice try indeed. And that's now 4-1 for Pugsley over Kehoe after 3. They're replaying the 4th end. And looking at our sheet now, Kevin Gouthro drew in. He's sitting 3 with hammer. And I think he's only leaving this draw for Chris. This is the only shot they have. And what a shot it will be if he makes this.
I think so.
What's worst case? We end here.
It's make it or not.
Yeah, right? So we
Yeah.
got to be...
We got to be here.
Yeah.
We got to be second shot.
Got to be second shot.
I think here.
Yeah.
What, do you want a little more?
No, I'll just make sure to get out to it.
So it looks like he's drawn, and he needs to be second shot here, we heard him say, and that's true. They can't give up 3 here. They can give up 1. They're fine with that, but you can't give up 3 at this stage of the game. It's still early, but that would really tear this apart. And Chris, you see him groaning on the ice.
Die out here.
Been there, Chris. Been there.
Yeah, we've all been there. Granchelli getting ready to throw last rock for his team in this end number 3. Looks good of his hand. They need to stay close to this. They can't let this curl too much at the end. We saw it overcurl last shot. Line's good, he says. Line's good.
Yeah, gotta get by.
Gotta get by. They have to sweep this. Will they get by, though?
I think we're by.
Will they get by? The weight might be a little heavy. Is the weight there? He gets by. He needs to stay in the 4-foot. Does he stay?
Nice shot.
Second
there.
shot for Chris Granchelli. What a draw on sheet number 2. Great shot, Chris Granchelli. But looks like Kevin Gouthro might have a shot here. Can he throw backline weight to tap that blue back, Todd? Do you think that's possible? And by Todd, I mean Don, of course.
Yeah, according to me, Don Mahogany, I think that is possible. But, you know, Sebastian, there's also possibly a double there for Gouthro.
A double?
Does he ever do that?
You mean off the edge? Oh, I see what you mean. Is he? I don't think he's throwing that, though, right? He must be throwing
so
draw
either.
weight. But, yeah, I didn't see that. I guess the double double's just another way of getting this, because you'd score 4 either way, back line or this double.
Exactly.
But we'll see. We'll see when he slides out, of course.
Well, Kevin's been throwing a lot of hits tonight, so and this is looking a little heavy out of his hand.
Yeah, I don't
if
think
you
it's
ask
enough for the
me.
double, but He's definitely trying to get this. It's wide. They're not near it at all, but will it come back? Here it goes. They're sweeping to make it curl now. Will it curl enough? Sweeping to make it curl. Does it go? Do they get this? Need to get anything. They do, but not enough.
Not enough.
One red. Team Granchelli gets away with it. What a shot by Chris. Good attempt by Kevin, and we still got a game 3-1 here on sheet number 2.
Yep. It's a
Need another inch ice.
A little bit extra weight out there, right?
it's a tight game here as we head to the 4th end break. And Kevin Gouthro is wait, it's not the 4th end break, it's the 3rd end.
No, it's not. But but let's hear from our sponsors. Who do we have for sponsors? Gold this week.
Hey, a little curl there, though.
This live stream is brought to you by Mercer Fuels, Marine Atlantic, McIntyre Chev, and Destination Cape Breton.
Thank you to our sponsors there. Thank you. And we are back in the 4th end. And looks like Chris Granchelli is practicing his golf swing behind the hack. He's practicing his golf. Oh, there he goes. Wow, that was a great drive. Probably about 250. I think that. And as the rock's now coming down, he's back in the game of curling, changing seasons. Oh. And this rock goes in the rings. Were they trying to guard there or throwing it in?
Well, Team Gouthro is leading by 2 right now, so they're feeling confident, and they're just coming right into the rings.
Yeah. So
The last few ends have been real messy, so maybe Team Gouthro is looking for a little break here and trying to keep things clean for once.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Granchelli is going to put up that corner guard. The corner guard really served them well 2 ends ago. And as we have a sheet update now from sheet number 1, 3rd end, we have Rayfuse up 3-1 over Team McCuspick, and Don McCuspick is throwing his last stone. He is blue. He is drawing, I assume, against 2. Yeah, this must be draw with this ice. So.
Yep, dreamy Don McCuspick here with the last rock here in the 3rd end for Team McCuspick, and he's trying to get one in, but this one's looking a little heavy out of his hands, Sebastian.
Yeah, the sweepers aren't touching it right now, and there's a guard way up high.
Oh,
and is he going to tap that? Is he going to hit? They don't know what they're doing right now with that, because it was it was so close to being a tap, so close to being and he wrecks, and he did shoot it. You can't see on the screen, but he did shoot it. That's a steal of 2 for Abby Rayfuse on sheet number 1.
Yeah,
5-1.
So Rayfuse takes a 5-1 lead over Don McCuspick, and what are the records over there?
They were 1-1 both, so I believe they whoever wins that game gets into playoff. They get probably the 2nd playoff spot unless something crazy happens. Cool. I'm getting a thumbs up, so it looks like my intuition was right there. So go me, I guess. That's the pizza. That's the pizza that's talking to me there, and great pizza, by the way. Mike McEwen again. Thank you so much for sending us that pizza, and Dynasty Curling also. Thank you for the other pizza that we got.
We are filling up on pizza here, and we're filling up on good curling shots too, Sebastian. This one's coming in and is looking pretty nice.
Yeah, will they get it in, though? Just a little short, and all of a sudden we have guards again. Guards. That's a book title, and it's now a curling end title here in end number 4.
Yeah, hurry hard. We got lots of guards here at the Sydney Curling Club. And now we've got 2nd on Team Gouthro, Robbie Biron, throwing the red rocks. And looks like he's going to be trying to sit 2 here without hammer in the 4th end.
Yes.
Friendly reminder, Sebastian, they can sit 2 here. And what would happen if they could possibly sit 2 more?
2 more? Well, then they'd be sitting 4, right?
That's right.
And, oh, that reminds me. 4 in the 4th. Do you know what that is, Todd? Have you ever heard of that? And by Todd, I mean Don. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
your
I don't
name.
know why you keep calling me Todd, but
You just have that type of face. But anyway, end number 4 here is sponsored by the Lakes Golf Course. And in this game, and this game only on this draw, the Lakes will be given away 4 passes to their beautiful golf course if a team scores 4 or more in this end. So all these guys, they're not thinking about the game in this end. They're thinking about 4 points. They're thinking about the nice summer
well, you
golfing
saw Chris
experience.
Granchelli practicing his golf swing.
Yeah, I wonder if his mind's already on golf.
So
then.
maybe that was a
not on
little
this
bit
game.
of maybe that was a little subliminal messaging. Maybe he intentionally gave up the steal in the third end
Oh.
so that he could have the hammer in the fourth to try to score 4 in
Right,
the 4 and
and
win
by-
some golf for the boys.
Right. Yeah, I honestly, I think you're onto something. That was really smart. Yeah, he's looking at us now and he's going, "Oh yeah, he's
he
saying.
has confirmed. He has confirmed our suspicions. He was just laying a trap for Kevin Gouthro here because it's really hard to steal 4 points. Kevin Gouthro has virtually no chance of winning the golf rounds, but Chris Granchelli is still alive.
Yeah, and that might be why we saw a giant broom slam from Kevin Gouthro after he scored points last end because he thought, I wish I was golfing.
Yeah, the umpire had to go out and have a chat with him after that. And but you know what the umpire said? Next time you slam the broom harder because golf is crucial.
Yeah, so thank you for the Lakes for sponsoring this 4th end and sponsoring this live stream. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors and the Lakes in this 4th end. And looks like that rock is fully exposed. I don't know if you remember, but this spot was very straight here 2 ends ago. So it might be hard to get that little inside roll, but they're going to try, probably throw lightweight here. Todd McCauley sliding out. And when you have shots like this, you know what they say, better call Todd. That's the expression.
Yeah, go, Kenny.
So you make a curl. This looks nice now.
Go, buddy.
Can they get an inside roll here?
You got it. You got it.
Don't want to jam. Don't want to jam. It doesn't jam, and they get the nice roll. Great shot there by Todd McCauley.
Yeah, by golly, it's
you
Todd
said that
McCauley.
plenty of times.
And he got that one in. He got the little roll. He's partially undercover, and Team Granchelli has that lonely red rock in the house surrounded.
Yeah, but how do you get that out? There's guards everywhere. So I wonder what Kevin does here. Does he hit? Does he guard? This is a tough decision for them because they're not in a bad spot, but I wouldn't say they're in a good spot either. They're just kind of in some sort of weird 4th end limbo.
Well, Team Granchelli has the short run back available to them if they come across the face on that center. So I would say that red is pretty vulnerable right now, especially as we've reached 3rd rocks here in this 4th end.
Yes, yeah, and it's like Walter Nichols is out of the hack now, just kind of wondering what he's doing. Maybe Kevin's being a little indecisive back there. Nope. Okay, it looks like they're doing some sort of hit. And I guess if it doesn't curl enough, if it stays straight, they probably get that back one too. So a lot of good things that can happen here no matter what he throws. But you definitely don't want to take it just a bit and possibly take your own out. And trying to make a curl. How thin do they hit it? He just gets it. What a shot. That almost was disaster for Team Gouthro as they almost hit it in their own red, but they get it out, and a great, great throw there by Walter Nichols.
Yeah, so we've reached the battle of the coin collectors here, Nichols versus Penny. And Penny is going to try to put one right on the pin here. Good-looking slide there from John Penny, and the sweepers are admiring this rock as it comes down the ice. The weight is looking like it's all there, and according
And it's
to
curling nice here, too. We haven't seen this curl at all in this spot. Will it stop in time? Does it stop in time? It looks great.
Good boy, Johnny. Nice
What a
throw.
shot by John
Oh,
Penny.
grabbed at the end there, too.
Wow. And the crowd's going wild back here. Can't you hear it? Yeah. That was a very delayed reaction by them, but that's because they were just in awe. They were just in awe from that shot.
Yeah, everyone had to pick their jaws off the floor and put their mouths back together to get that reaction out. But they did, and John Penny, that was so loud. John Penny can hear them out on the ice. He's got a big smile on his face after that one.
And now they're taking pennies out of their purses and just throwing them. Wow, that's a new celebration, I guess. It's curling great here. They get by. They're going to get that back one. And they get it, take it out. That's good. And all of a sudden, 4 in the fourth is very hard for Chris Granchelli. They need to get every other rock to count here. But they're going to try for sure, I'm certain. As Chris indicates to John, throw exactly the same thing, because exactly the same thing is probably one of the best shots they'll see tonight.
Yeah, do it again, buddy. That's what he said.
Oh my God, somebody fell on the other sheet, didn't burn the rock. Mike McNamara, that was. What a feat of athleticism there on sheet number 1.
Yeah, Magic Mike McNamara dodging rocks over there.
Easy.
This rock's coming in nice. John Penny looks like he has the exact same shot lined up. Does he have the weight?
No, don't touch it.
The curl is amazing.
Don't touch it. It's going to bounce.
Let's stay. It will bounce, he says. It bounces a bit, but blue is all of a sudden sitting 2 in this fourth end. 2 great throws by John Penny there.
Little much.
And looks to me like we have 56 cents on the floor from all these pennies that have been thrown in this Sydney Curling Club.
Great job there, John. Two really good rocks, and Gouthro and Nichols are deliberating on their next shot here. Let's tune in and hear what they're thinking.
Well, we'd love to do that, Don, but sadly there's no mics on them. What we could do is we could guess what they're saying.
It's a low percentage.
Do you want to play Walter and I play Kevin?
I got to make it.
But they're thinking, and I wonder if they're looking at that run right now, the run on the Blues back there.
Okay. Todd's down there yawning. Big talker earlier. I feel great. I'm wide awake.
Big talker.
Yeah, there's no stress in this game here. They are very relaxed out there. Sweepers, Skip, and Mate. And honestly, they should be. They've known each other for many, many years. They're great friends, and you could just tell they're having fun out there, this
That's
team
right.
Granchelli. And is this a draw Kevin's doing? I didn't see the indication. It was kind of a weird broom gesture, so I'm not really sure what he's trying. He's talking a lot.
Really tough spot here, but we know that this spot curls, right, Sebastian? So
yeah, and is he trying to hit now, I wonder? Yeah, it looks like he might be trying to like hack weight hit. Interesting call. And Kevin saw a bunch curl here, so I guess he thinks it's possible, right?
yeah, Kevin is going for the risky shot here. Maybe there's been a side deal made between Team Gouthro and Team Granchelli. Maybe they want to go golfing together this summer.
Interesting. What happens if both teams get 4 in the fourth? Is that possible?
I've never seen it happen, but, magic happens down at the Sydney Curling Club. That's our motto, so anything is possible.
Yes, Sydney Curling Club, where magic happens, and the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel, where dreams come true. So when those two things collide, anything is possible here.
So Kevin has taken a little bit more ice here, Sebastian. So maybe is he just trying the corner freeze here and hoping that he has something on his last?
I'm assuming so. And honestly, I don't mind this, because if he makes the corner freeze, what does Chris have for more than just 2, I wonder? This one's staying further out than John's, though.
And it's also a little hot, but
out there, though, it might die down a little. It's curling okay now, but I'm not sure he's going to get to the nose, and Chris might have a hit on his next if this doesn't curl much at the end. But look at it go.
wow.
Wow.
Bugs Bunny must be under this curling sheet with a magnet, because that stone just took off, and Kevin knew what was going on there. He summoned that stone towards the button.
Try to find a spot to get to the 4 foot on our draw.
Let's listen into what John Penny and Chris Granchelli are thinking on this shot.
What's he going to try there? He's going to not do that long run.
He
Is
could,
that what he's thinking?
No, he could make this with like hack kind of weight, and might get lucky and push them far enough to sit too.
So we want one.
Yeah, that's the question too. But if he wants to rip it by the guard, he can get them both. So that's the issue, I think. Yeah.
Well, for right here.
Yeah, you just don't want to tap it. Yeah, for sure.
Like right.
Well, you got to be underneath it a bit.
Yeah, underneath that one, but not much. Just enough so they
Just
can't
enough
get,
that you can't run
get
it
through.
straight back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks
Yeah,
like
it means we're probably dialing ourselves in for 2, but
That's okay.
we'll probably take it, I
Take
guess.
what we can get. Now, the only thing we don't want to be, we want to make sure we get behind too, right? We don't want to be out unless we're high, because it's an easy bang bang.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably here.
Yeah, so it looks like Chris and John, they're just concerned
I don't
with
think there's anything there. I
not
mean,
giving up any.
cross there's tough.
Yeah, Kevin might have a shot to get both blues out.
Yeah.
If he
I
does,
don't
if he
think
hits that
so.
red, he just threw. So they're just a little scared for that. They're going to guard it up because they're
think we just
sitting
play
2
tight
right
guard,
now.
guys.
So
I
why
don't like it.
why risk it?
I don't think he's anything on that and he's always running out rock back anyway. So just like edge on edge, just
Yeah.
underneath
So
our red one there.
see the shot coming out now. We've seen a lot down this path. It curls a lot more than 2 ends ago, doesn't it, Todd? John?
Yeah, it's curling quite a bit here. It's curling really nice. So, Chris should be able to get this guard in and a little bit under as long as it's by the top one.
This one's curling quickly with this less weight. They can't crash here and open it up. But they have Todd on it. They're trying to curl now. The weight's great. And tuck it in nicely.
Real nice
Good shot by Chris. That takes that away completely. And Mr. Gouthro, what do you do now? Do you tear down this wall or do you build it up again? Yeah, they're looking at it. There's a lot of discussion going on in this end. Right now, Team Granchelli with Hammer sit in 2, which would tie it up 3-3 halfway through the game. So they might be, what are they looking at? Is this a long run? Maybe the red into the blue, into the red, into the blue, into the other blue? This is what they're lining up, like this crazy run back double, I guess? It's hard to say.
You got to be careful here if you're Gouthro, because if you miss this run back and you open things up, you might be opening the door for Granchelli to have a much easier shot at scoring 3 here.
Yeah, that's very true. Because right now, Chris has a really tough draw to score 3. So if Kevin's not careful, he might give him just a little easy hit and roll. And we've seen a lot down that path too with that takeout. So even though hit and roll is not a gimme, I'd say it's probably a better gimme than that draw to the forefoot. They're waving at the camera right now. The camera's sadly not on John and Chris. So look at them right now. They're okay. Oh, there we go. They're waving now. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. We got them now. Imagine that 5 seconds ago. That's what was happening. But I guess you just saw it, so you don't even need to imagine it. I'm not sure who they were shouting out, but we'll assume they were just waving to us, right, Don?
So it looks like Team Gouthro has decided to go the safer route here. It looks like that, based on this ice anyway, it looks like they're going to try to put up a guard. And it looks like, are they trying to guard the center here,
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian?
Yeah, I guess Chris might have that blue back on the 2 reds in the middle, so he might be trying to guard that. That might be his easiest shot, too. But this needs to curl a lot if they're guarding that. It's already on those other guards.
They're going to poke that red over up top here, and that'll probably do the trick.
Does he block both off? He blocks the...
Pretty good
That's
shot
a
there.
very good shot. I don't know if that was the plan, but it certainly was a great plan B if it wasn't.
Yeah, really nice shot there, and I mean, really, I think the only draw you have right. Well, you've got the draw to the back 4-foot here, but a difficult shot either way for Chris Granchelli.
We have an update for you right now. Team Drover leading 2-1 from Team Williams on sheet number 4 in the 4th end. And Thomas Drover is now sliding out with his last shot. He's shooting blue stones and is currently sitting 1. So this is a draw for 2. Draw for 2. The sweepers are on it right now. They're sweeping it hard. It might be a little light out of his hand. Mitch McNutt, Brandon Toner putting their backs into this. They are sweeping it. Can they get it far enough? It's coming close now. It's coming close. You'll see them, I'm sure, any day. Any day. Here they go. Andre Arsenault jumping up. They sweep it. They need to get 8 foot. They get 8 foot. What a sweep there. Mitch McNutt and Brandon Toner and Andre Arsenault at the end. And that is 2 blue for Team Drover, leading now 4-1 over Team Williams after 4 ends. Exciting games here tonight, Don.
Really exciting games. And back to our feature sheet here. This is quite the shot that we're about to see attempted by Chris Granchelli. A little draw to the back 4. He's got to bite the 4-foot to score 3. I don't think he can mess this up, Sebastian. So he already knows this game is tied, and this shot is to take the lead.
Yeah, and he threw this really well last end in pretty much the same spot. So we'll see if he has that weight locked in. Looks good out of his hand. It will need to curl, but we do know it comes nicely at the end here.
Yeah, the sweepers are watching this one. They're saying, "Whoa, Nelly, Chris Granchelli." They want this one to come down, and it is coming down.
What a shot do they get there? They need 4 foot. They need 4 foot. I think they got it. 3 blue by Chris Granchelli. What a draw. What a judge by the sweepers. Up to the wire there for the sweep and barely touching it, but they get it. And that's 3 blue. It's now a 4-3 game here on sheet number 2, halfway through the game. And
that rock looked like it was flying, and once again, it comes down on that side and, curls really nicely and gets to the 4-foot as they needed.
Yeah, so Todd, let's thank our sponsors tonight. We have Mercer Fuels, McIntyre Chev. Thank you, McIntyre Chev, for everything. Marine Atlantic, the great ferry. Cape Breton Island, Destination Cape Breton. Our heart will never leave. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Shop there. Whale House, get your food at the Whale House. And if you want to golf, maybe go to the lakes. Great golf course. And finally, Olympic Shoe Repair. Thank you, Olympic Shoe Repair, for repairing our shoes and supporting our curling.
That's right, and there's a lot of curling left here today, and there's a lot of shoes out on the ice still. All 4 curling games are still happening. No early handshakes so far tonight.
No, and it looks like this rock is going to be a guard.
Hard guys.
Hard guys, Chris Granchelli says. He wants to get this close to the rings.
Good job,
He wants to get
Todd.
this
Good
close
job,
to the
buddy.
rings, and it's not that close, but it's at least on the center line. We're playing with the no-tick rule here, Todd. So, Don, not Todd. Geez, good sweep, Todd, out there. That's what I meant. But, yeah, no-tick rule. So for the first 5 rocks in an end, you cannot tick the opposing team's stone off the center line. If you do, it's up to the other skip, but the rock is either removed and goes back to where it was, the tick stone, or they can leave it where it was if it was a good tick for them, if it helped them out. So it's good to have that guard on the center line here. As Team Gouthro is now going to try to draw in behind this center line guard, see if they can make this draw good. But they're sweeping it early. Is it maybe a little light? Hard to tell from here.
It's looking pretty good. Douglas has been dialed in so far tonight, and the sweepers dragged that one into the house and nicely behind the center guard. So real nice shot there from Douglas. He's feeling it.
Yeah, that's some great draw weight for this Gouthro team. They've been really good on these draws tonight. So Kemi Thomas, he'll see if he can follow this draw down. I think he wants to get it behind that red. Did you see that correctly when Chris was tapping? No.
Yeah, well, Chris has taken the lead here for the first time in this game, and so he's trying to get a few rocks into the house and not let Gouthro take a stranglehold on this end.
Yeah, and a reminder, too, that the winner of this game goes straight to the playoffs, and the loser is out of, well, in the consolation, but out of the playoff, the championship bracket. So a lot on the line here.
Yeah, the loser of this game will not be competing for the $2,000 first prize of the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel.
Oh my goodness, that's large.
There is $6,000 in prize money going out to the teams this weekend, including $2,000 for first. So it's important to stay in that main playoff draw and not drop down to the consolation, Sebastian.
Yes, no, they definitely don't want to drop down to consolation, and all the teams. There's a lot on the line here. A lot pressures are, tensions are high. Pressures are low. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I need more pizza, I think. And by more pizza, I mean the pizza that's here. Thank you, everyone who's ordered us pizza, but there is enough pizza here for us now. Thank you very much, Don, as you pass me this delicious pizza, and I'm going to enjoy this and recoup my thoughts as we watch this fifth end unfold here.
That's normal. I'm not going to give you a lot of ice. Whoa. That's normal. Yep, yes! The handle's stopping there. Never mind, never mind. It must have grabbed, Todd. That's a good throw, buddy.
So not the result they were hoping for, but that was a pretty fortunate roll because it puts that blue in a little tricky spot for Gouthro here because it's hard to hit it out because it's so thin behind that red, and can't really run the red back because the red's half buried behind the blue. So it's be a tough shot coming up here for Team Gouthro to try to remove that blue, and they'll be leaving some reds wide open if they do this anyway.
Well, you know what, Sebastian? This is no hobby for Robbie. He's a pro, and he's going to try to sneak that one in there with some nice lightweight, get the curl, and make that one go away. Uh-oh. So a little over curl there for Robbie, and another blue slides into the rings. So Kevin won't be too mad about that. He gets another rock in the rings here with the hammer in the fourth end, and Chris is gonna see if he can knock one of Kevin's out.
Yeah, and as Todd lets go of this stone, we have immediately jumped forward into the fifth end. It is now the fifth end.
It is.
So that was a little time travel experience. This one isn't curling as much as his last, but he at least gets it out. And that's a very lonely red now. A very lonely red hidden behind two guards. What is Kevin Gouthro going to call here on this shot, I wonder? Probably a little takeout. Looks like it. A little hit and roll, maybe free up that red a little bit and change the angles, I'm assuming. Let's see if Robbie can make this shot. Lets it go really nice out of his hand. But it might be a little out, though. Sweepers. Oh, okay,
well, we've seen Robbie make a nice thin double already tonight. Does he have another one in the back pocket,
Does
Sebastian?
he have the triple, I wonder? Does he have the triple here? He has the single takeout.
Just a little too thick there, a little thinner, and he might have had the double or the triple, but he makes that rock go away and puts John Penny in the driver's seat.
Yeah, let's see if John Penny can pay some money to get this good shot down. But I guess he only has 1 cent, so may not have what it takes. But we saw him make some amazing draws last end, so let's see if he still has his draw weight. John sliding out.
Line's good.
Line's great.
Yep.
Sweeping it. Here it goes. It starts curling. Weight looks good.
Line's really good.
Here it goes. Can they get it by?
Go, go,
I think they have it. They have it, and John Penny makes another wonderful draw.
It's good.
Great shot. That is, well, I guess it's not. It looks more buried than it actually is on the overhead, but from down the other end, you can see probably most of that shot. But I don't believe the double is there, Don. Do you think that?
No, well, certainly the double is not there. I don't know if either double is there. The other one is pretty flat and long, but crazier things have happened at the Sydney Curling Club, and this is Walter Nichols, who is throwing as the crowd is engaging in the wave right now.
Yeah, ooh, the wave.
The big guy over Neil, is that his name?
And speaking of waves, do you have something to tell us now?
Well,
this
Walter is.
And that's just a peel. They're opening it up. Oh, and there's confusion as rocks fly everywhere on sheet number 2, but the skips get it handled, and it's good. Good shot, Walter. That's what Kevin is gesturing down, and that was a good shot. Great peel.
Yeah,
Opens it up.
Little bailout shot there for the team. You know, they might have been tempted by the triple there, and they said, no, let's just make this peel. Let's just keep it open. Let's try to score a point here, and let's try to go into the sixth end in a close game.
Yes. And looks like Chris is thinking about the guard here.
Right there, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really nice spot, actually, if he does that. Because how do you get those blues out if he puts it right there? It covers pretty much everything.
Well, you know what they say, Sebastian. You can't guard them all, and but this comes pretty close to it. So let's see if John Penny can put it in the spot and take a couple points to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little tap. It's not bad. It's higher here. Makes that better.
Now the tap might line up the triple,
Yep.
Sebastian. So
Little tap.
interesting call here.
Little bump.
Yeah, it's all about the angles here. You don't want to leave that easy double, so it looks like they've elected to go for the tap just to move things around, so it makes a tougher shot on the next shot for Team Gouthro.
But with Kevin Gouthro on deck to throw, you know he likes to throw the big weight. He likes to cause some fireworks. And, you know, speaking of fireworks, N5 is sponsored by Olympic Shoe Repair,
Wow.
with the largest selection of fireworks east of Ontario. So Kevin Gouthro is, you know, going to be looking to light some fireworks up on his next shot, I think.
Yeah, and looks like this shot by John Penny is a firework as it bumps it right to the button. John Penny's on fire these last two ends. After those first two, when he may not have been shooting 100%, he put his foot down and he said, you know what, Chris Granchelli, I'm going to be playing on fire after this. And boy, oh boy, John Penny has come to play. Great shots, and now Team Gouthro's left scratching their heads. How do they get out all of those blues and hopefully score 2 points in this end? A little outside. Needs to curl now. A lot of weight. Will it curl enough? Does he have anything here, or will it go right by?
Oh,
Oh, it goes
boy.
right by.
And Walter
Wow.
is shrugging in the middle of the ice there as he flashes here in the fifth end, and game on.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard it, but there was a big ooh in the crowd. Let's hear a replay of it right now. The big ooh of the crowd. Yeah. Yeah, that was the replay of that crowd effect. They were
Oh, man.
stunned after that last shot. Stunned, I say.
Yeah, Nichols has been counting up the points so far this game, and but he had a rare miss there, and you know the crowd wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, and now, again, angles, because Kevin Gouthro can throw one of the fastest rocks I've ever seen in my life. So those blues are not safe, because when he comes through, there might be a crack in the ice. He'll be going so fast. So Team Granchelli needs to make sure they set up these rocks in a way that hopefully not all of them could go with one rock, and hopefully not with two rocks either. You need to make him make a really tough shot, really accurate shot, and looks like they're trying possibly the guard here.
I mean, I thought it all through. It made sense in my mind, but I mean, it's either that or we play the tap again. We force him to play a run, but he's going to open. It's just going to open stuff up. I think if we make this guard, he's gonna fire at the red one, and there's no real angles for him, so we should have something afterwards. So, tight guard though. Yeah.
Tight guard is the call here, and I like Chris's reasoning there. Don't want to give him anything easy.
Oh, that was terrible.
Chris, very happy with that delivery.
Gotta be center line.
Easy, gotta be Kenny.
So needs to curl here. They need to get to center line.
Whoa!
Needs to curl. Will it get there? The weight looks amazing on this. And
Okay, that's it.
spot looks great on the center line.
Well,
Great shot.
I wish my terrible shots looked like that, Sebastian.
Yeah. For those that are laughing behind the glass, Chris also said that it was a terrible shot. That's why we're saying this. So, one man's terrible shot is another man's treasure, and that'd be, I guess, your treasure, right?
That's right. That's right. You got to take what you can get, Sebastian. And this is a tough game, and you know, you when you make a good shot, you got to savor it.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of savoring, can you pass me another slice of that pizza?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Mike McEwen.
Yeah, Mike McEwen coming in strong from Saskatchewan. Is he playing out of now? Oh, I got 2 slices this time. That's amazing. Yeah, good old Saskatchewan pizza straight off the flight. You can smell jet fuel off this boy.
But the object was to get him to play on the red, and not the blue.
So Kevin Gouthro coming down here. We're assuming he's trying this tap on the red, right, Don? Not much ice, so he's probably throwing a bit of weight at this, but it's still not right on the rock. So I was saying that Kevin can throw a really fast rock. I don't really expect it here just with that ice, because he'd be probably taking center of the rock if he was throwing like supersonic speed. So
Yeah, well, the key here for Kevin is to sit second, and hopefully his shooter stays as a guard here. And he's going to try to stop the bleeding and
needs to curl, though. Needs to curl.
Yeah, a little heavy and a bit outside there from Kevin. So he doesn't get second shot here.
He at least cuts them down, though. That's good.
We could go right here, because he's got nothing on this.
No.
We go right here, we probably steal 2. We throw the guard, we give him the draw, and we give him an out.
Chris is absolutely right.
What are you thinking? He
Just
cannot
trying
get
to
shot
think
off
a possibility.
He can't get shot off of that
No.
shot.
No. And for lights, doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Kevin
We're
really
here.
needed to be sitting second after that last one.
We're out
and
here. He's got
he was just a little
Well, we
thin,
don't
so
wanna be out.
Chris
We're
has
right
a chance
here.
here
Yeah.
to put one
Pretty damn good.
into the top
But
4,
It just might
take away a
maybe
lot
not.
of the angles,
Gotta be
and
careful not
Yeah, give
to
him
do
that, right?
this.
and
Yeah,
Chris
that's
is
it.
right. He does
Then
need
we're
to
still
watch
back.
out for the
Right, 'cause
thin
that's shooting
run
on
back from Kevin, but it's going to be hard to get enough juice
guard.
on that shot to make everything go
just gotta
away
draw.
and stick
Got the
Sebastian.
draw to the forefoot.
Yeah, this
What's
is
your gut saying?
not looking good for Team Gouthro, and
Guard?
Where do we
Chris
play
is
the guard from?
very
now,
much
right?
trying to
That should be fine.
Out here?
capitalize on this great opportunity now.
I'm Surprised that they're guarding here, Sebastian.
think about the way down.
I thought that
If we're
Chris's
going there.
thought process was really
Oh.
good.
Well, it looks like
right
they
here.
might have heard you through last. We are not
Yeah,
in
it's pretty damn
contact with these
good. Well,
players.
you're
I
saying-
just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
100%.
clear on that.
You
They
could
cannot
sliver
hear
it
us. That
across,
would be
maybe.
wildly against the rules.
If we're here,
Well, I do have Team Granchelli in the blind Calcutta, so
You do actually?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not much
So
chance of that
we
happening.
might be slightly in cahoots, but
okay, guard.
You're gonna guard?
there's no
Yeah, we'll leave
rules
him
and,
we'll leave him to
nothing's
draw to
illegal
cut us
here.
down to-
So
Well, there will be an investigation, and I will personally see to it that anyone who is breaking these rules is thoroughly punished. But that being said, I hope they do well for your sake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're guarding a shot that he doesn't have. That's
Well-
the that's the thing.
That's where I'm.
That's the question. What's the consequence? If we go right in, if we make it perfect, we probably steal 2. Because he's got nothing on this side for 1, like nothing.
Because even if you try to go
we
in
get
top
in
4,
there, even
Sebastian,
if we're
and
short,
you're
We're
light,
guaranteed to steal 1.
he still
but
has to
potentially 2.
make a
I'm just
double
worried
or
about
that
making-
short run to
'cause
just
right
give
now
up
there's nothing
1.
on the red.
The
Yeah.
only
About stopping
the
it just
only
in a
way
spot
that
where
Team Gouthro
we
can
give 'em
score
something
right
on
now,
that
I
red.
think, is
You know what I
if
mean?
Team Granchelli guards and then Kevin
Just to guard
makes
the
the
red
little
and
tap
leave him
back
to draw.
on the
See
button.
if he can make it, I guess.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'd
there,
almost,
Don.
if I'm throwing a guard, I'd almost be throwing it on the other side.
But that being said, let's say that he throws the guard on the other side. You know, you've heard of Murphy's Law. When curling, we like to call it Gouthro's Law, because anything that can happen will happen with this team, and they can get an 8-ender here for all I know.
We'll have to agree to disagree, because that doesn't make any sense at all, Sebastian. But
Well,
let's see what happens.
I guess you've just never heard of Gouthro's Law before.
Easy, easy, easy.
So the guard is up, and
That's fine.
It's a great draw, great guard.
And so Kevin, all Kevin really has is the draw on the intern side, and Chris is asking for a drink. Anyone want to bring him a drink?
Oh, we have 200 people probably running to the bar right now. Looks like Chris Granchelli's going to have a lot of drinks after this shot.
Aren't the announcers supposed to get beer?
Aren't the
You want an interview,
Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Chris?
Yeah, do you want an interview here?
Yeah, Chris, tell us how this end's going so far.
Well, you know, it's not too bad. You got to keep plugging away. You got to take it 1 rock at a time. You got to you got to get the pucks in deep and you know, just keep plugging along and take what comes your way.
What does your team have to do in the third period to win this one?
Well, probably a lot of the same. Yeah, just try to
Stay out of the penalty box, Chris, and I wish you best of luck in the back half of this game.
Excellent. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's Chris Granchelli, skip of Team Granchelli there. As we watch Kevin Gouthro of Team Gouthro get ready to throw his last rock of this end, number 5. Kevin Gouthro, let's go of it.
Ooh, he's a little out.
Yeah, but it might be a little light out of his hand. He needs to tap here to get anything, but even if they just cut them down to 1, that's really good. Sweepers are on it. You can see that they're sweeping to make a curl. Does he have the weight? Will he have the weight? These sweepers are on it hard. Here it goes, here it goes. It gets by the guard, I think. Will it get by the second one? Does it get enough? Everyone's cheering. Here they go, they get it. And he cuts him down. I think it's only 1 blue, so it's not the exact result, but it's a pretty good one, though.
Good shot.
Yeah, we're saying 1 blue back here.
It'd be tough to get shot there.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Nice job. Nice sweep, boys. Nice sweep.
Yeah, a nice shot there from Gouthro. He was throwing against 2, and he got rid of half of those points, and Team Granchelli steals 1, and they take a 5-3 lead, and Team Gouthro has hammer in the all-important 6th end.
Yeah. So 6th end hammer coming up. Chris Granchelli calling this first one in this end. The first one in the house.
Yeah, so Chris, Team Granchelli is up by 2. They want to put rocks in the house. They'd love to see a blank here from Gouthro or a force. So they're going to try to keep things simple. Sebastian, if you're Team Gouthro, what's the plan here? What's the game plan?
Well, you need some guards. You need some corner guards coming up in this, and just to get something going, you need to score 2. Because if you only score 1, you're down by 1. Then without hammer, with 2 ends to go, like you need to get more than 1 point here. And honestly, it'll be a good confidence booster, too, because they start this game out so strong, and just the last couple of ends, they've fallen back just a little. So it'd be great for them if they can just get a couple points here to really boost them up for the last 2 ends of this game. And I have some score updates for the other sheets. On sheet number 1, we have Ray Fuse leading 5-4 after 5 ends over Team McCuspic. On sheet 3, we have Team Pugsley leading Kenny Keogh 5-1. And on sheet number 4, Thomas Drovers leading Team Williams 4-2 after 5. All these games are now in the 6th end. They're all very close. Well, I guess some of them actually are a little ahead than the others, but all in the 6th end here at the Sydney Curling Club. And we'll continually update these games as they finish, too, because I'm sure we'll see some of these games finishing up soon, right, Don?
Absolutely. Another nice shot there on our feature sheet from Douglas Fewer. And they now have got a couple guards up there to work with and try to generate a crooked number here in the 6th end. So Kenny Thomas here from Team Granchelli. I just interviewed Chris Granchelli, and I, said you got to stay out of the penalty box. And so if this one doesn't end up in the house, he might be sending Kenny to the penalty box.
Yeah, how many penalty minutes does he have this game so far?
None yet. So he's doing pretty well. Let's see if Kenny can get this one in the house, though.
Line looks great here. Curling good. And is the weight good? It looks nice. Curling in beautifully. What a shot there by Kenny. He's not going in the penalty box for that shot, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right.
2 shots setting up this end. Great right off the bat for Team Granchelli. As Team Gouthro now is going to try to go in behind this corner guard. And you might be wondering, what does Kevin Gouthro sound like? I have never heard Kevin Gouthro speak in my life because we never hear him. We never hear him. He's not mic'd up. And there's a reason for that. Because he told us before the game that if we were to mic him up, here's all we'd hear. And how you doing today? So that's the reason why no one's mic'd up on that team tonight. And it's from Mr. Gouthro's mouth himself. And honestly, like, no one wants to hear that on this stream. They want to hear people talking. And so that's why we only hear the skipmate of Team Granchelli, and we're just interpreting for you what Gouthro will say, but in maybe a little more nice language, I guess.
Yeah,
for the stream.
Stay classy, Sebastian, and stay classy, Kevin Gouthro. Good, smart family decision there to not get mic'd up by him tonight.
Well, Team Gouthro's all about the family, and he told us, you just don't want to hear that, and I guess not. And another great draw here by Team Granchelli. You're putting the pressure on early in this end.
Yeah, Kevin will be cursing after that one. So he's got some work to do here to try to score some points as Granchelli lines up a couple of nice rocks in the house.
Yeah, and looks like Kevin needs to open that up now. That guard's really in their way, but he doesn't want to just peel it out and roll out. He needs rocks in, so they're going to look to peel this out and probably roll as a biter behind their guards that they set up. But this rock might be a little outside of his hand. Oh, here it goes. It looks like it's really good weight out of his hand. So good throw. And it's coming. Will it hit enough to stay around? It does. Does he get the good roll? It needs to stick in the rings here. And it does. What a shot there by Robbie. That was beautiful.
Great shot there from Robbie Biron. He's been dialed in tonight. As I mentioned, this isn't just a hobby for Robbie. He's going for the big shots.
Yeah, and Looks like Chris Granchelli is going to try to put this rock in a slightly newer spot, slightly different spot. And speaking of newfound spots on the ice, Newfoundland, and this end is sponsored by Marine Atlantic. Marine Atlantic, ferry from Newfoundland to North Sydney, or vice versa. It's your choice. And we are very glad to have them as a sponsor for this tournament here. Thank you, Marine Atlantic, for sponsoring end number 6 and for sponsoring the Sydney Curling Club Mercer Fuels Cashspiel.
Yeah, and also speaking of Newfoundland, congratulations to frequent practicer at Sydney Curling Club, Ryan Lambswood, on winning the Newfoundland Tankard this weekend.
Yeah, new member this year going to CBU. Ryan Lambswood has won Newfoundland, and we represented Newfoundland at the Briar this year, and we are very happy here at the club because he's a great guy.
Maybe he'll bring us to commentate.
Maybe he might want us in the booth. We don't know, but yeah, they had a great week, and they won this afternoon, and I'm sure he's incredibly happy and be back on the ice practicing soon for the Briar.
Absolutely, looking forward to practicing with you a bit there, Ryan, and if you want to take us to the Briar with you, we'll pay for our own flights.
Yeah, and we'll stream every game, whether it's I shouldn't say that, actually.
If Mike McEwen and Matt Dunstone are buying the pizza, we're there.
It seems they are. So that was a missed hit there from Robbie, and looks like Chris Granchelli now is going to be trying to guard up those nice blue stones that are almost in a straight line. It's looking really good for them this end. As John Penny slides out. John Penny, who has been throwing dime after dime this game. Craziness how good it's been.
You can probably go, Todd. Okay, no, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. No, you're good. Clean. Attaboy, John. Good job.
All right, so not looking too cool here for Kevin Gouthro. If you're Kevin here, Sebastian, what on earth do you do?
That's a very good question. I think Kevin's asking the same thing right now. As you adjust my mic closer, but I was eating pizza, so that's why I didn't want people to hear that. But ASMR, isn't that the new thing?
We're gonna have that 1,000 subscribers on the Sydney Curling Club page if you keep doing that.
Yeah, they're not here for the curling; they're here for the pizza chew. As it looks like they elected to open this up a little bit, sweeping it hard.
Yeah, I think
looks really nice. How many do they get? One. Does it stick around? It does not, but they get one out. That's good. But
I
those
think Kevin
blues
called the hit and roll there, Sebastian, and maybe there was a little bit of a miscommunication between him and Walter because you weren't getting the hit and roll with that weight.
Yeah, well, he did probably as best he could. It just got by the guard, so yeah, it maybe just a little miscommunication. Maybe they tried to hit a little thinner to get the double too. They were sweeping it really hard.
So Chris Granchelli has a 2-point lead and doesn't have the hammer, and he's called John Penny down the ice to take a closer look at this situation. Let's hear what he has to say.
What are you seeing down there? What do you think they're liking right now? What's juicy to them?
That's that run triple is there. A run double.
I'm not worried about that.
Wow, that's all they have.
That's gonna go over
All
there.
he's gonna do is come down to that 3.
That's what I was seeing.
Yeah, right. Stick one there. What if we do that first?
If we freeze here, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I mean, it just might line up this little bit of an angle and make 2 of those, but then your shooters, this is always staying there.
I like that little freeze to that.
Or
we go down here.
Right here. It's pretty damn juicy too. What are you seeing, Todd?
Chris Granchelli is looking for some Sunny D here, calling juicy shots.
I guess he hopes that Juicy John's going to be able to make that
shot. Which isn't the end of the world because he can never get inside.
Mute our mics, producers.
Is this, but then we've got this. I don't know. I was thinking dead freeze.
Yeah, I don't want to bump. I don't think dead freeze. Or they're not, you can't, that's not there.
This is really hard to loop here.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you can't, no, you can't get that.
Okay.
Hey, John. Or we just play this.
Mike McEwen just sent me a text message. I didn't even know he had my number, but he said,
Yeah?
"Stop eating pizza, Sebastian. You have a game to play later."
I don't know. I guess
So,
I can play
Mike
that.
McEwen, I'll
What's
take
that?
that
Still
into
got this
consideration,
over
and
here.
I'll have probably another slice
I
later.
like this better.
Well, you know what, Sebastian? At the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel, we're not on the clock, so if you and I need to take a bathroom break later, then let's just take all the time we need.
Yeah, there's no draws after us. I'm sure they'll be very happy about that.
Chris is laughing at us. He heard our joke from out on the ice. The jig is up. He's got the bug in his ear. He can hear us.
John Penny sliding out here.
So what are they trying to do here, Sebastian? They're trying to throw
believe
up
it's
another
just-
guard here.
I think it might have been a freeze here they were going for. Or at least very tight, but this is curling a lot. They can't tick off this. Wow, it just gets by.
Oh.
But, oh, it's, yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah,
not
they-
the best result because it leaves 2 shots for Team Gouthro now to get at that shot stone, probably.
Yeah, they may have slightly bailed out here. Tough shot for Team Gouthro to get the roll here, but if they, even if they just roll a little, it's leaving them a short run back on their next shot if Granchelli fails to remove it or guard it.
Yes, yeah. That's a very good point.
So these teams are strategists. They're thinking 3 or 4 shots ahead here, and Kevin is just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together and see how he can score some points.
Yeah, Kevin Gouthro, of course, he's the author of the famous curling strategy book, Kevin Gouthro,
Okay.
a strategy session with me. I don't know what it's called, actually. It's a great shot, actually. Looks really good.
So it looks like they've
Great roll, and their second shot
Really?
now. That's a really good shot by Walter.
really nice shot there from Walter. So Kevin's realized that there is a double available on the 2 blue rocks out there. So you know what he said on that last shot? Who cares about the shot stone?
now that
I'll
double is
take care of
probably
it
the shooter,
when
isn't
we
it?
get to skip stones.
Yeah, and take care of it he might.
I mean, there's not much there.
We
guard
will
that.
find
We
out
gotta
in
keep
2
that
rocks.
Right?
You know
So-
that song, Taking Care of Business?
That's what he's going to be doing later.
That's-
Taking care of business.
That's on Kevin Gouthro's Spotify playlist, and you know he'll be taking care of business here 1 shot from now.
Yeah, and looks like Chris recognizes game when he sees it, and he says, Kevin Gouthro, he'll make that double, so let's just guard it back up.
Guys like the guard or the hack weight hit and roll? It's pretty much underneath, so.
Sebastian?
No,
Yes, Don?
double area. We're gonna force him to make the draw.
No, never mind. I'm just checking the time here, and it's 5 to 7 local time here in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And just a reminder, the quarterfinals are coming up at 8 p.m. So
And that's
there's
8:30 Newfoundland time.
there's lots of game left here, and these teams are going to have to be hopping right back out on the ice, the ones that qualify.
Yeah, and it looks like this rock's curling, though, right away. And-
Uh-oh.
oh, dear. That really overcurled there on Chris.
Yeah, so a little bit of a break there from Team Gouthro. They were looking not too good a few shots ago, but Kevin has a chance here to be shot rock, either by hitting the double or drawing, possibly.
Yeah, and before this game, we asked Kevin Gouthro what his favorite movie was, and he said A New Hope, Star Wars. And he hopes he can be this new hope in this end for them. We'll see if he can make this shot. And as we wait for this shot, I believe we have an update coming on sheet number 4 now. Sheet number 4, this is Team Drover versus Team Williams. Drover is blue, sit in 1-2, and they have hammer. Thomas Drover getting in the hack now.
What a
to
mess.
Throw. Yeah, what a mess indeed. And you can't see it, but there's a couple other guards up there too. This is a very narrow port. I'm a little unsure what he's trying here with this ice.
Looks like the tap up to me, Sebastian.
Yeah, but there is that guard right up to the right. You can barely see it on our screen, but there's a guard up there, so you need to just get by it and tap it. Mitch McNutt, Brandon Toner sweeping. We saw them sweep an amazing one earlier. Here it goes. Brandon Toner's now sweeping to curl. The weight looks great if it can just curl enough. Here it comes. Here it comes. Does he tap it enough? Yes, he does. 3 blue for Thomas Drover. Great team shot there. Sweep, curl, weight. And that is now 7-2. 7-2 Drover Williams after 6 ends.
Wow.
And are they shaking hands there? I think they might be talking about it. And now Team Williams is hugging each other. We'll update you if they do shake. Yeah, anyway, over here, Kevin Gouthro. This one's floating. This one's really floating. They're trying to make it curl. Does he get anything here?
Oh,
And looks like the Empire strikes back as that rock sails through the rings. Oh, dear.
Kevin was probably a little too focused on the handshakes over there happening on sheet 4 as he lets that one slide by the rocks in the house. And you know, we've got more game left here, Kevin. You can't be shaking hands yet.
Unless you're tight to that red.
It looks like Kevin's not even down at this end. He just stayed at the other end after that shot.
No. We could guard and force him this, I guess. He can play this run for 2 if he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Just a reminder, the score's not really out of hand here.
I want to
so
look at this and see how
if
difficult
Kevin
it is.
does only score 1 here, it's not the end of the world. It's not ideal, but 1 is absolutely fine. So I understand what Chris is saying there. Like, if he does want to try a crazy run back for 2, why not?
Like, you need to skim that to get full.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. In the draw.
Yeah.
Some more ice.
Yeah. It's all right if you're over a bit.
So they're going to guard the same shot again and give Kevin the draw for 1 on his next. Or that run back if he wants to try it, but probably the draw.
I'm not necessarily playing the shots I think are the correct shots. They're just kind of the shots that I think in this situation.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to play your opponent, and that's what Team Granchelli is trying to play now. Is they're not trying to play the game of curling, they're trying to play the game of Gouthro.
What was the call here, Sebastian?
They're guarding the same shots. So pretty much the same call as last, but just a little more ice. We saw his last guard over curl a little bit. Don't want to leave that same shot for Team Gouthro here. And this one's definitely not curling as much.
Might as well, if you can.
It's kind of nice. You don't want to set up a triple here if it nice, but goes, it freezes, and that might be fine. I don't know if the angles are there.
I don't know, Sebastian.
Are they? It's close, actually. Do all those blues go if he hits them on the nose, I wonder, or a little off nose?
In real life, it looks a little closer than on the above camera.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, when I'm looking at it through the glass here, it looks definitely like those 2 blues go, but the overhead looks like it sails right by. So,
And if you're Gouthro and you're down by 2, why the heck not?
Yeah. Yeah, why the heck not? That's what they're saying right now, except we'd probably have to censor it.
Why the heck not?
Gave him the 0-2. Bump it a little bit further.
It's okay. We tried to censor it, but I guess not. So look.
Which is there. Triple's there.
Oh dear! Oh, my God! Oh
God.
wow! That just appeared out of nowhere.
That was like an electric shock.
Yeah, we're sorry, people back home. It slipped out, I guess. Of who, I have no idea, but.
So Kevin has elected to go for it. They call him "Go for it, Gouthro" for a reason.
Sorry, guys.
And we have handshakes now on sheet number 3 as well. Looks like Team Pugsley has beat Kenny Keogh.
And the crowd, the crowd appears to be drum rolling as Kevin Gouthro throws this triple.
Rock coming down. It's better than the last one, but does he get anything? Does he get anything? There goes double for one, just the one, I think. One. Gets 2 out, but not the third. Good shot by Kevin Gouthro. The crowd's going crazy back here. They love those hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin, 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 Kevin. Yeah.
So Sebastian, the shot was there for 3, I think.
Yeah, and we took a poll of. I think it was there. I absolutely think like he was wide, like away from that guard.
And
But
you know, what did we take a poll of?
I was gonna say we took a poll from the audience before the game, and they said, "What are the best ends?" They said, "We love forces. Forces of 1. That's our favorite type of end." And we just got a force of 1. We got the crowd going wild. 7th end now at the Sydney Curling Club.
They call that a fantastic force, if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we've got a game 5-4 now in the 7th end. Granchelli with hammer. Gouthro looking to steal something to tie this up, and we might have a thriller going into the last end here.
Yeah, we've been taking a lot of polls here, Sebastian, but you know what poll we haven't taken in this game? We haven't taken a who has the tightest pants poll.
Yeah, who has it?
There are no tight pants out there on this draw.
No, they're looking pretty loose to me. And looks like that guard's going to go in. Gouthro's not completely happy with that. And Granchelli's probably going to look to hit, play this clean. Don't want to force anything here at the start of this end. Team Granchelli is either looking to do 2 things here. So they're up by 1 with the hammer and with 2 ends to play. They're looking to score 2 to possibly go up 3, or they're looking to blank so they might have hammer up 1 in the last end. So we're going to watch them take no risks here, because why take risks? It's almost the end of the game, and they're in a great spot right now.
Yeah, really nice inside-out throw here from Kenny Thomas, and virtually no roll. Really nice, good controlled weight, and Kevin says, "Hey, buddy, let's get that center guard up."
Yeah, take 2 on the center guard, and you might be wondering, why doesn't Kevin hit now? Well, Kevin does need to take risk. He is down by 1. He's in a much worse situation scoreboard-wise than Chris, so he needs to spice things up, and the guards have worked for them this game. There's been a lot of ends with guards that Team Gouthro got a lot of stuff going, and honestly, a lot of these ends could have gone the other way if Chris had made an amazing shot at the end of it. And this is definitely a guard. Overcurls a little, but that's fine. It's close to the center line. That'll be good for them to work with, as Chris now looks to split the house, put 1 on the other side, and possibly get 2 now if the end continues like this with no misses on either side. They could potentially get 2. Kenny Thomas getting ready to throw his 2nd shot at this 7th end.
Looks light. Little light. All right, guys. Here, let me in.
Looks like this might be a little light. They're trying to sweep this thing.
Chris
Get it
Granchelli
in.
saying, "Put me in, coach."
You guys got her.
Yeah, and did they oversweep? Chris Granchelli swept that for 2 seconds, and he dragged it probably about 4 feet there. What a sweep.
Check the foam on his broom, because they are getting rocks in the house here. So second for Team Gouthro, Robbie Biron, Robbie Ray throwing this one, and they're going to try to sneak one in here behind the guard, possibly.
Sweeping it right away. It might be light out of his hand.
Oh,
but,
he's
oh, he's just trying to guard. Okay.
Yeah, Kevin's calling for the center here.
Yeah, that makes sense, because that other center guard they tried to throw is off the center, so they really want another guard up there before they start going really aggressive here. Especially with 2 blues in, they kind of need to go all out to try to steal something here, or at least limit the damage. So
exactly.
Can't leave an easy shot for Chris at the end.
and Robbie gets the job done with a really nice center guard there. Good weight, good line, and Todd McCauley's going to have to deal with that.
Let's see if Mr. McCauley here can put a beautiful draw in top house. John Penny on it to keep it straight. It's curling.
Okay, you're mine. Where's your weight?
Weight's good, weight's good.
And just a little sheet update on sheet 1 of what's going on. It's now 5-5 in the 7th end between McCuspic and Rayfuse. Team McCuspic has come back after being down 5-1. They came back, got 2, stole 1. It's now a tie game with 2 ends to go. So it looks like that draw might have came a little heavy there. So Team Gouthro has a chance to freeze and lie shot, which would be amazing for them behind this guard in this end. So we'll see if Robbie can put one in there. It needs to curl a long way, but we do know it curls here. And here it goes. Does it have the weight?
Well, Sebastian, the destination for this shot is the button. And that reminds me, this 7th end is sponsored by Destination Cape Breton.
Cape Breton, where's that at?
They've provided us with some lovely drone footage that you would have seen before the game.
Yes.
And it's the most beautiful island on the earth. They are our gold sponsor. Thanks, Destination Cape Breton, for helping us out here.
I hope one day that I can visit that beautiful island.
A little bit. Got a little more room, too. Where are we?
We're 12, back 12.
We're in Cape Breton.
No,
Where are
flying
we?
now.
Oh, we are.
Just don't
Oh,
leave
I'm
it here,
here.
guys.
I made it.
Don't leave it. Go hard. Just don't leave it there. Yep, go.
Yeah, they can't
Go,
leave
go,
this
go,
too
go,
high
go,
to
go.
make it easy, but they might leave another pocket.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine back there, but looks like Team Gouthro is going to have another chance to sink one in there and possibly be sitting 1 without hammer in this all-important 7th end. And we have Walter Nichols. Walter Nichols played with Brad Gouthro III for many years. Mr. Nichols, sorry, relative.
Mark
Nichols.
Nichols.
Mark Nichols. But there's really no difference between ability here. Mark Nichols, Walter Nichols, pretty much the same player in my mind.
Pretty much the same thing, and Walter's about to show us that skill right here with a delicate draw to the 4-foot or the button.
And this looks good out of his hand, but it might curl. You can't wait too late to sweep it. You need to sweep it early. Here they go. It's going down. It's coming nice. Do they have the line? Do they hold the line? Trying to curl?
Once again, Sebastian, the destination of this tapped
Look
up
at
rock
this
is
shot.
the button.
Walter Nichols, what a shot.
Wow.
Crowd's going wild back here. And I can only imagine that Brad Gouthro, if he would have had you on your team last week, that they would have possibly won a couple more games.
Absolutely. Walter did not falter on that one. He got the tap. He got that right up to the pin, and he's thrilled. And hopefully Mark Nichols is at home watching and shaking in his boots.
Yeah, and it looks like John the Demolition Man's coming up to do a peel and try to move some granite here. Let's see if he can blast these out of the way.
Big weight here from John Penny, and the brooms are down, and looks like this top red one is gone. What else is going to happen?
Look at that. Oh, it just misses for the double. That was
no.
such a fun. Oh, and John is scratching his head in his hands. He's beside himself out there.
And all of a sudden, Sebastian.
Look how close this was, this replay. Look, almost get. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Paper thin.
All of a sudden, Sebastian, Team Gouthro isn't going anywhere.
Team Gouthro is here to stay.
And a reminder to the fans at home that are watching, the winner of this game is going to play again at 8 o'clock in the quarterfinals. And the loser goes to the consolation round tomorrow. So these upcoming shots are probably the most important shots of their curling careers.
I absolutely agree with that. This is probably one of the most important tournaments of their lives. But this one looks heavy, and they can't leave a pocket for Team Granchelli to lie against. Tap, and I don't think that's that bad, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty good because it, Granchelli definitely can't draw now and be shot. They've got to move some rocks if they want to get shot stone.
And I don't think there's a double there, no.
And
no.
remember, Sebastian, there's a really high guard on the other side that comes into play here.
Yeah. And a guard that might have looked like a miss early on, that guard off center, might come to save them later on this end here as the end plays out.
Bump this to here, or we can take it right out too, but.
No, heavy draw.
Heavy draw.
Heavy draw.
So the call here is a heavy draw. And what Team Granchelli wants here is they would love to leave their shot rock, and they would love to leave it in a position so that maybe they can knock out the red shot stone on their next shot.
No, time.
Yes, this is a setup shot.
Well,
it's curling nice.
time. Yep.
Just like a bad episode of The Walking Dead, this is a setup shot.
Well done.
And a very nice setup shot indeed.
Yeah, really beautiful there.
Because Kevin Gouthro now has to protect. That red shot stone right now is vulnerable to a raise from Team Granchelli. So Team Gouthro has to decide how they're going to deal with that. You can deal with that by guarding. You can deal with that by knocking it out. What do you think they're going to do here, Sebastian?
Well, it looks like they're lining. Is the double they're lining up, I wonder?
Oh, my God. Kevin Gouthro has absolutely no fear if he goes for this shot.
And now he's indicating the guard. It looks like they're indicating the guard now.
So maybe he has a little bit of fear.
Yeah. He is very fearless, but also very fearful, it seems, in this shot. It's a wide range of emotions.
Well, remember, Sebastian, there is $2,000 on the line, basically.
Yeah, this shot is pretty much a $2,000 shot, if I was to guess. So yeah, Kevin Gouthro getting ready now, getting the hack.
So we are in the seventh end. We've reached skip stones, and Team Gouthro does not have the hammer, and they're down by one.
And sit in one.
No.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
they are sitting one.
And they're guarding. They're guarding for their life.
Name of the game. It looks like Kevin's might be a bit outside of his hand. This might need to come a long way, but we have seen a lot of rocks curl here. But did he maybe get too far out? It really needs to come over. They're not touching it right now. I think it needs to curl, guys. Maybe sweep it a little. Gonna make this good. It looks really good.
Wow.
Great shot there by Kevin. Beautiful shot. Now
Yeah,
look at
that's a
Chris.
great- a
Look
great-
what Chris is lining up now. The little in-off off that blue.
Oh, my goodness.
And if he makes this, I'm sure this crowd might tear this place down.
Well, Kevin just threw up that beautiful guard.
That being
And-
said, look at that guard out front. Now, I'm looking at it from down here, now that Chris is a little out of the way, this looks really tough.
Yeah, this is not an easy shot.
I'm speaking about the guard that's really close to the hog line, that red guard. It might be in the way to get enough of an angle off that blue to come in.
If Chris can make this in off, I'll buy him a bowl of spaghetti because this is a pretty tough shot. So if he makes it, he deserves a little treat.
We don't have to throw a lot of weight. No. We can throw like we can make, we can do this. I think we throw like control. I think it's going to curl. Remember when we played here before?
Control weight, though.
Yeah, it's not, but that's just heavy boardish.
Yeah.
So we're looking to play heavy board off this.
Wow.
Todd. I wonder
Chris
if they'll
must have
move
heard
enough.
my comment. Chris Granchelli wants a bag of spaghetti if he wins, if he makes this shot.
Yeah, we got lots of room.
Chris says we got lots of room.
Do you think we're going to get the same kind of
Audible gasp from the crowd when they heard that comment from Chris Granchelli.
Like two games, our last game?
So he's going to try to find the curl here.
No, we're hitting. Yeah,
Hit
we're
it
gonna
thin.
work- yeah,
Roll
control,
towards
sorta
the
like
button.
Inside.
Knock
hitting
out that
pin
red
off.
shot and maybe sit 3 here.
So many things my head's spinning. And Chris cleans his rock again. Got to make sure this stays straight.
Um,
Oh.
control, easy, normal.
All right, let's tune in for this one.
Maybe a little more than
Let's hear
control.
Chris and John here.
Yeah, easy, normal. Yeah,
A little
yeah.
more, yeah.
This could be the shot of the game so far, Sebastian.
I agree.
Close. Yep.
Here it goes. It's curling, and it might be on the guard. I think,
Oh,
I think it's on the guard.
no.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
That's okay.
goes over. So now Kevin. Kevin, do you give the same thing to Chris again? I don't think you do. Because it's
I curled right
definitely a
away.
lot easier now. And while we're waiting for Kevin to make this call, we have an update
Guess I
on
was soft
sheet
with it.
number 1.
Must've-
That is
if it curled
McCuspic
back
Rayfuse game tied in the 7th end, 5-5.
Is this the final stone?
Yeah, Abby Rayfuse throw in red. She's sitting 1 currently. She has a draw for 2. Anywhere in the 4-foot.
I don't
Draw
think
for
she's
2.
drawing here, Sebastian. Is she?
I
Yep, she is.
I'd assume she is.
This rock's a little hot.
Yeah, it might be. And well, it looked like takeout weights. Maybe she was trying to hit there for 3, but looks like she only gets 1, so she's up 1 without the hammer going into the last end. Dom McCuspic has hammer, down 1. Last end action will be updating you as this game goes on as well. Very close game here on sheet number 1.
And back to our feature sheet.
Is Kevin drawn here? Is this what-
Kevin, I think Kevin is...
With the broom there, it looks like it's a draw. It doesn't look like a hit, right?
Wow, it looks like that Kevin Go For It Gouthro is going for the jugular here. He's trying to sit 2, it looks like, Sebastian.
Yeah, and yeah, with that weight, he's definitely not hitting. He's drawing. He's drawing. Sweeping right out of his hand. They need to keep this. It's looking pretty nice. Does he have the weight? Here it curls. It's curling nice. It's curling nice. Got to sweep it, though. Can't wreck. Can't leave him a double. Do they get it by? Do they get it by? They do. What a shot. Kevin Gouthro.
Wow.
Wow. The crowd's going crazy back here. Wow. The roof just caved in. Oh, wow, my God. There's people are throwing stuff at the walls. This is like a football riot here.
Anarchy.
Oh, my goodness. And let's listen in what Chris and John are saying while we try to calm down from that shot back here.
Just,
Yeah, just leave it, yeah.
we'll just leave it.
We'll just leave it, yeah.
He hasn't been arrested yet.
Let's try it again.
Oh,
They're
Harder.
trying it again, Chris says. He's trying the same shot again.
I love it.
In
Now,
off the
we're
blue.
sort of open here. Can we get down with enough
Well,
weight
if
here?
he said last time, he
that
said there's
over?
lots of room. There's even more
No,
room
it's-
this time.
That's true.
It's this again. But we've got to go into the side here, but just shoot. So even if we go and sit here, I'm leaving them. Oh, it's still pretty good. Yeah.
Chris, this
I think-
is
I
your
think we have
last
to play.
shot, buddy. You're not leaving him nothing
So this
after
is
this
for
one.
1 for them, right?
What?
If we get this?
Well, they're sitting 2 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's closer than our 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if they give up one
don't know what
here,
else
it's
we
not
have,
the end of
though,
the
buddy.
world.
Yep.
Because they'll have hammer tied last
Okay.
end.
Normal.
So yeah, it looks like they're doing
Okay.
the same shot. They just saw it here. They know the path, so Chris is feeling confident with this. Normal weight takeout, in off. try to get one or limit the damage.
I made a call, guys. They burnt the front rock, and I don't think they were getting by, but I don't want to be a dick.
All right, so we saw the shot of the game so far from Kevin Gouthro in the previous shot in order to sit 2 without hammer. And Chris is trying to match. The rock is out of his hand. Chris is on his knees.
Here it goes down, and not enough.
And he just doesn't get the curl. And it's a steal of 2. Go for it, Kevin Gouthro scores 2 in the 7th end and takes the lead. Again, we've had another lead change, Sebastian.
Yeah, what was the over-under for these lead changes in this game?
It was definitely less than whatever we've had, and we've entered the 8th end. Chris Granchelli is down 1 with hammer. Team Gouthro is up 1 without hammer. And I'm expecting a really good one here, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts for a big finish here at the Sydney Curling Club.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming that Kevin's still going to go for the steal here. He is up by 1. As a reminder to fans watching at home or here, if this is a tie game after 8 ends, since it's the round robin, that means it's a draw to the button. It's a draw to the button if it's tied after 8 ends. Playoffs, there is an extra end, but this is not playoffs, round robin, draw to the button.
So you got to think, even though he doesn't have the hammer, Sebastian, I think the advantage sits with Kevin Gouthro because he's been throwing those draws to the button already.
That's very true.
Chris has been throwing hits almost every shot.
But on the flip side, Chris has bailed out his team many times with his draws.
Absolutely.
Throughout the game. So be interested to see what goes on. But this is not a guard as we see this rock go back 4. That's not really where they wanted it because it allows something for Chris to freeze up against later on in this end. They would have wanted that top house there. So yeah, Chris is just going to throw the corner guard. They need to score 2 here. They also don't want to force a draw to the button. They'd rather just win it outright in this end. With Kenny Thomas throwing his second last stone of this game. On it early to keep it straight. Tom McCauley sweeping it. Here it goes. Nice curl, just making a corner guard, and it looks really nice. And will it go in? They don't really want this in. It stops. Great shot there.
Yep, so Team Granchelli gets the corner up. And Kevin has called for the center guard here. Sebastian, what do you think about this call?
I like this because, again, they're trying to still go for the steal, and they're not going to steal anything if they don't have any guards. So the first one was meant to be a guard, came deep. This one definitely needs to be a guard. And this one does not look deep as Kevin sprints up the ice. Kevin faster than Usain Bolt there, but he doesn't get there in time as the rock grinds to a halt. And that is a hogged rock there by Team Gouthro. As Granchelli's now going to try to put up another corner. They have one more rock, this rock, that they can throw before the free guard zone is over the 5-rock rule. So they can have one more rock. Gouthro won't be able to peel it. And then they can start making some magic happen, putting some draws in and stuff back there. Looks really good out of Kenny Thomas's hand. Basically the same shot again. They're on it early. Keep it straight. The weight looks great on this. They want this a lot higher than the other one. Just stagger them. Make the double peel harder in a couple shots from Team Gouthro. And they do that. And great sweep, great judge. Great team shot there by Team Granchelli.
Speaking of peels and speaking of Granchelli, did you see that the bananas at the Grand Slam of Curling last week?
I did not see the bananas, but I did see the bananas here tonight, so they must go into both events. They're somewhere here in this 160th 75-person crowd, which did thin out as some of the other sheets finished off, but that's fine. We'll allow it.
The Bananas are here cheering for the Peels, and they'll probably have a lot to cheer for here in the next few shots.
And Team Gouthro guards up that one back four. Probably look at Granchelli removing that or drawing. They're drawing. So here we go. Aggression time for Team Granchelli. Team Granchelli's trying to put that one into the house. T-line. Todd McCauley throwing his second last of the game now as well. Looks really good out of his hand. They need to be top house here. They need to have something to work with.
Where's the weight? Where's the weight? Line's good. Got room. Got room. Top four. Top four. Easy, easy, easy.
John Penny on the sweep there the entire way, making sure that rock's there. And that looks like an amazing shot. Todd with a great shot there. Really hard to take that away with jamming on your own. And I want to give that one to John Penny there for having his broom down, sweeping it the entire way. He had a lot of fuel in him there to keep him going for that shot. And speaking of fuel, let's do a shout out to our 8th end sponsor, Mercer Fuels. Mercer Fuels is our platinum sponsor for this event. Platinum sponsor, proudly supporting the Sydney Curling Club live stream and also this spiel. But they're also our major sponsor for this live stream. So thank you, Mercer Fuels, for putting on this stream, or helping us put on this stream, and continually supporting the Sydney Curling Club.
Yes, thank you, Mercer Fuels. And speaking of fuels here, look at these guys burning that energy on this sweep.
How did that overcurl? That's insane. That was a really good sweep there and really good shot. And that's one very lonely blue there.
Yeah, tricky spot here for Granchelli. Team Gouthro has exactly what they want here, Sebastian.
Yeah.
They've got 3 guards. They've got 2 rocks in the house. The other team only has 1 rock in the house, and it's not guarded.
Yeah.
So Team Gouthro is in the driver's seat right now, if you ask me.
Yeah, but look at this shot coming down. This looks really nice again. Tom McCauley has his draw weight locked in this last end. But will it curl enough? Will it curl enough? Here it goes. Kenny Thomas sweeping to make it curl. And another beautiful shot there by Tom McCauley. But does he leave the double? I wonder if he leaves the double there.
Yeah, like I said, Team Gouthro is still in the driver's seat, burning that Mercer Fuels gas. And they're gonna go for the double here, try to make all those blues go away, and possibly also sit 3 red stones if they're lucky.
Yeah.
But they don't care about sitting 3 here. Sitting 2 here is fine. And but this one looks a little tight coming down the ice, Sebastian.
Yeah, they might be on that red that's in the house, I wonder. Yeah, it looks like they are. They hit it, and they don't hit any blues. Oh, dear. The crowd. Oh, my God, the crowd. The people that are in the rafters here are falling off. They're fainting. They're fainting.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and after that shot, we have another 75 people that entered because they want to see this excitement. Sydney Curling Club is heating up in here as the people pile in.
For the Mercer Fuels 8th end. It's heating up. So a guard here from John Penny.
But this looks light out of his hand. The sweepers are on this, sweeping it, burning that fuel. Can they get this over? We've seen 1 hogged rock this end. Will we see a second? Todd McCauley, Kenny Thomas, they're dragging it. They're yelling hard in here. Let's go. What a sweep there by our sweepers, and good shot. And is that enough, though? They need to sweep to get it over, but they might have, at the same time, kept it 2 straight, I wonder. Yeah, this is...
Well, the port is still there. And remember, this is go for it Gouthro. Go for it Kevin Gouthro.
And he's gone for it all game.
Yeah, and he's gotten it.
Yeah.
Kevin likes it.
He likes it, indeed.
Here we go.
Walter Nichols slides out. Let's go to the rock. This looks a lot better than his last one.
Got
They're sweeping a curl, though. They're sweeping to make a curl. We've seen this stay straight here, and he might get the guard. He might get the guard out front. He does. Peels it out. And all of a sudden, John Penny has the chance to make this really tough for Mr. Gouthro on his last 2 rocks here.
Yeah, it was really important there for Team Gouthro to get rid of one of those blues in this situation because remember, 2 points with the hammer here wins the game for Team Granchelli. And Team Gouthro would love to force Team Granchelli to a single point here and go to the draw to the button. But that is looking slimmer and slimmer chances every shot, the last few shots.
Indeed, indeed. But this one looks like it's staying super straight out here. It needs to curl. You need to cover that center line. And John Penny might have been feeling a little bit sad for making his sweepers work that shot, because this one's also a little heavy, is it? No, it's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good there from John Penny. He channeled the powers of the rock there and made it stop before the house. And Kevin is ready to go for it again.
Yeah, John Penny has had a wonderful game. First 2 ends, a little rough. They were for the entire team, honestly. But after the next 2 ends, John really locked in, and he's been amazing this entire game. And yeah, let's see what Kevin does here. Kevin has had a lot of shots like these for the last couple ends, but he's made a few.
Yes, he's been throwing the big weight. He's been throwing the soft weight. He's been doing it all.
Yeah, and looks like a little broom adjustment here in the house as Kevin gets ready to throw his first rock of this last end. Needs to limit Chris Granchelli to 1 or steal. Comes out faster than a speeding bullet. Here it goes. Looks really nice. Needs to get something going. How many does he get? How many does he get? Oh, it jams!
No!
It jams! There's a jam! Wow.
Kevin's favorite band must be Dave Matthews Band because that jammed hard.
Oh, dear. And here's the what does Kevin have in his next one, I wonder, if Chris guards this? You might have the in off, but Chris needs to guard this, I'm sure, or at least put one close.
I think that's close. I think as long as we're...
This side of center line.
Yeah, exactly, because that's always going in.
Yeah.
Is it? Is that always going into that?
From the other side? Yeah, it's...
Should be. Might go like this, so.
This
Okay,
says-
well, we just want to split the center on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's around the C.
Team Granchelli just
outside of the
needs
C,
to
I think.
split the center here.
Maybe
And
an
there
hour more,
really
yeah.
isn't going to be a lot for Gouthro if he does that, Sebastian.
Yeah, Kevin might have the in off over here.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Guard there, bud.
But this side
we
of the
just wanna
ice,
make sure
we've
we're
seen a lot of
touching the
curl
center line.
here, Sebastian. And you have to be precise to get this on the center.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And you know if you miss this at all, Kevin's going to go for it.
Yeah, a couple ends ago, Chris had one that overcurled on him in this spot, and then John stayed really straight, so it's definitely a tricky spot here on this sheet.
So the rock is loose and coming down the ice. The brooms are down, but this is...
Staying straight here. It needs to come over. You need to get to that center line. It's heavy, I wonder. No, it looks good for weight. Just needs to stop.
That's fine, guys.
Great shot there by Chris.
That's good.
And Kevin Gouthro, what are you going to go for? What are you going to go for on this shot? Kevin Gouthro's going to have a lot of guts to throw this shot.
I guess that's
Yeah, the in off. I think that's the only thing he has.
There you go.
Yeah, in these parts, we call this the Jennifer Jones. You got to come off that top rock and fly towards the button and make one of those blues go away. Remember, Chris Granchelli only needs 1 point here to force a deciding draw to the button. Does that factor into Kevin's decision here, or does he go big or go home?
Yeah, and as Kevin is thinking this out, we have an update for sheet 1. This is last shot, Don McCuspic. Don McCuspic down by 1. He is blue, so he needs to get 1 here. I think he's trying to hit on the red, hit and roll, like a hit and flop in. So if Don makes this shot, he will tie the game, and they'll have a draw the button for the win. Draw the button for the win. And just a reminder on, because sheet 2 is also our sheet is very intriguing right now, and Kevin's still debating the shot.
Both
Don,
games at 6-5, Sebastian. The tension can hardly be cut with a knife here.
Yeah, Don let go of his rock. Stephen Leslie's sweeping it to make it go straight. He needs to hit and do a small roll. It's curling. It's really curling right now. Stephen Leslie sweeping really hard. This looks good. Does he get the shot? He needs to stick this around. That's 1 blue. We have a tie game on sheet 1, and we'll be coming with you for the draw the buttons very soon. Draw the buttons for the win. 6-6 tie, sheet number 1. And let's go back to our feature sheet now. Kevin Gouthro is still talking about this shot. What happens here? What happens here? This shot? He needs to do the in-off. He can't let Chris score more than 1. And what else do you throw if you're Kevin Gouthro? There's a lot of blues in that.
The
house
only
and
other
guard
thing
zone.
you can throw, Sebastian, is your hands in the air and quit. He's got to go for this, and he's got to go for this and send a rock flying into the middle of the rings.
Yeah, and looks like it's going to be the in-off. I'm assuming he's taking the out turn at this, so he's going to come from the inside of the sheet to the outside of the rock. Get a little more action out of it that way. The draw the buttons are about to start on sheet number 1. We will get to those very quickly, or very soon, sorry, when we get there. We definitely want to see this shot, though, so as this shot's going on, I might try to update it as Don throws. You can see on sheet number 1 there, Don's getting ready to throw. Kevin Gouthro, last rock, 8th end. Needs the in-off. Needs to curl a bit, though. Needs to curl. They're sweeping to make a curl. Will he have this? Needs to get something of the rock. Does he have anything of this rock? He flashes it, and that's the game. Chris Granchelli doesn't need to throw his last rocks. That is a 8-6 victory in a wild game here. And now let's go to sheet number 1. Don McCuspic throwing his first draw. Don McCuspic throwing his first draw here. Stephen Leslie and Neil are sweeping this really hard. They need to get somewhere in, and it picks the rock. Picked. Goodness. The rock picked. So we're changing the sheet now for this 6-6 tie. And now Abby Rayfuse, skip of Team Rayfuse, skip of the St. FX women's team, going to nationals in a month for the university sports. She needs to hit paint. If she hits paint, she's be going to the championship round. We couldn't have asked for a better ending than this.
We couldn't. We even have Chris Granchelli throwing a practice draw to the button out here.
And yeah, so we now have the overhead. This is sheet number 1, Coastal Golf sheet. We have Abby Rayfuse, needs to hit paint. She's about to slide out now.
Yep, all Abby needs is to hit the house, and she will win.
This looks a little light out of her hand, though. Our sweepers aren't sweeping it. Might be good.
Yeah, no, I don't think this one's light, Sebastian.
She needs to hit paint. The sweeper's saying no, no.
Oh,
and
my
is this heavy?
goodness.
There's no sweepers behind the tee line. Will this stop in time? Will this stop in time? And does it stop? Oh my goodness, it doesn't. It doesn't. It goes just too far. We have another draw to the button coming up now. Wow.
The rare double draw to the button.
One shot got togged, one shot goes through. What's going to happen next shot? I don't even know.
No measurements needed on those first 2 shots, Sebastian. And we're going to get 2 more here.
So let's see who's throwing them. Is Don throwing it again? as you can see, we have a crazy view here. This is a new view we're trying out here at the Sydney Curling Club.
Hide, update overhead, and then click on main.
Okay, we're back. So we're gonna try to. This is a very quick change of setup here as we give you this crazy ending on sheet number 1. They just don't want to stop playing. They're loving this game. We're loving this game. Who's gonna win? 6-6 tie. Don McCuspick, Abby Rayfuse. Don about to throw his draw for the second time in this draw to the button.
Okay, so
They're thinking hard about this shot. They're probably trying to get this weight down because we think the last one picked, but it may not have. That might be what they're discussing. Maybe it was just light. So got to get that in their heads. Sweeper's getting ready. Don McCuspick throwing his last shot now. Let's go with the rock. Sweepers aren't touching it out of his hand. And is this maybe heavy too?
I don't think it is, Sebastian.
They might be cleaning it. It looks pretty nice, actually. And it's slowing maybe a bit. They're trying to sweep to make it curl now.
Whoa,
Draw to the button.
whoa.
Have they got button?
Whoa.
Where's this going? Where's this ending? Behind the tee line. Almost biting button, but full 4-foot. Great draw by Don McCuspick. Great way to recover after that unfortunate pick on his first. And now Abby Rayfuse. Skip Team Rayfuse. Skip of the St. FX women's team. She's looking to find the button. If she can find the button, they're going to the championship round. So getting in the hat.
Yeah, no matter what, Sebastian, this is going to be the last shot of the game and of this draw of curling. And Abby needs to find a piece of the button to win and claim a berth in the quarterfinals. And this is looking like.
This is looking like Sweepers are on it immediately. Sweepers are on it immediately. Will they drag it far enough? They need to really drag this one, and looks like it's light. And Don McCuspick in this double draw to the button. Don McCuspick is victorious. They're going to the championship pool quarterfinals tonight. At what time, Todd?
8 p.m. That's in 18 minutes.
18 minutes they're on.
We have to go put our gear on.
Yeah, we're on too. So thank you all for tuning in. What a great game we had. What great games we have. And we have the lineup set for tonight. And we're excited to come back to you at 8 o'clock. And let's see our sponsors first before we get out of here. We have Mercer Fuels. Thank you, Mercer Fuels. Thank you, McIntyre Chev. McIntyre Chev, thank you for sponsoring us. Marine Atlantic. We have Cape Breton Island, destination Cape Breton. Will always be here. Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Thank you, Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Whale House, the Whale House. The Lakes Golf Course. If you want to swing some clubs, go to the Lakes. And finally, Olympic Shoe Repair. Thank you all of our sponsors for getting our stream, bringing our stream to us. And what a great game. So I'm just catching my breath here. And
yeah, what a great afternoon of curling here, Sebastian. And we're ready for more tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Come to the Curling Club. There's also live music at 9 o'clock tonight. 9 o'clock tonight, Elise Aaron will be playing here. We'll be here streaming. Come on down for a great time. This is Sebastian Lafort here signing off. Have a good night.
Toodle-doo.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.